We got David Lucas back in. Thank you for finding time in your busy schedule to come in.
You already know, man. You family.
You're doing all kinds of stuff now. You're on tour now with Brandon. Right?
Yeah, I'm on tour with Brendan, Schaub, and Louis C.K.
Louis C.K.
Yeah.
Where he just came from somewhere, right?
So the controversy was actually when he was trying to still do a show in Ukraine during the fucking war.
I mean, I respect that, right? But that's a little crazy.
Yeah, he was like, if we can get a flight, we're still going. I'm like, bro, I got 2 daughters.
Were you even debating going to Ukraine?
Wasn't going. He could offer me $100,000. I wouldn't went. Like, no, bro. I'm gonna spend the money if I'm missing an arm.
Did he actually end up going?
No, they canceled flights at last. Like, he was legit trying to go. Like, they canceled flights. I think he said the day before. Yeah.
What do you think about the war? What's your opinion? I know you're not like really like political, but
yeah, I'm not too political. So
a little different.
So what is it that I heard that the part of Ukraine that Russia is trying to take back allegedly belonged to Russia, and when Ukraine met with Kamala Harris and Kamala Harris said we're going to usher Ukraine into NATO, that's what kind of made Putin say fuck it, we're going after everybody, something like that.
I know at one time part of whatever they're going for was Russia, but I think he thought that he was going to go take the whole shebang in a couple days, and it just didn't work out that way.
Them Ukrainian motherfuckers ain't playing no games.
But the thing is, though, I think people are underestimating him. You know, I was talking about this with Tig, the Benghazi guy, and it's like, do you really think that Putin's going to put his A-game people out to take over Ukraine? And then the U.S. knows, China knows, North Korea knows.
And allegedly Putin's sick.
Yeah, motherfucker ain't sick. And if he was sick, he was in the bunker that they were talking about. They said he was in. You think Putin's going to stay in a bunker over COVID? The guy rides a bear. I thought those pictures were fake. It's fucking real.
He's a tough man. What's that, the UFC fighter from Russia? Khabib. Yeah, Khabib, bro. Wrestling bears as a gangster.
That's what they do over there.
And Putin can probably beat most world leaders up in hand-to-hand combat.
Who could beat him?
It's definitely not Biden.
Well, he don't even know what day it is. He'd have to know what day it is to show up for the fight, the motherfucker. You know what I mean?
Bruh, I love seeing those signs that say, I voted for Trump, don't blame me.
Yeah, right.
I love those signs. I see all through Florida.
You know any people in the comments? And I'm not really left or right. I'm just for whatever's good. But, because I had Roger Stone in, and a lot of people are right now that weren't. Now I start to see comments with people be like, I was really into Biden and I'm really a hardcore Democrat, but this is just ridiculous.
Right.
When you hear them saying that, it's fucking bad, right?
Man, come on, man. That Democratic dream team the DNC came up with, or whatever they are, DNC, with Biden and Kamala Harris. Like, ugh.
They just got so much power, though.
Yeah.
It's almost like they're telling Biden to do everything possibly fucking wrong so that when 2024 comes, whoever they have run, I think it's going to be Michelle, and I think she'll beat Trump or whoever runs against her. I don't think they're too powerful.
DeSantis.
He can't win.
He can't win? You don't think so?
No. Michelle, yeah, and then or Trump.
Bro, if Michelle runs, she has a strong possibility of winning just because of. So she has the Obama name, and then she has the feminism behind her.
And she's got the Clintons behind her.
Yeah.
So you got that team, and the Clintons might as well be the biggest mob in the fucking planet, right? I mean, bodies are dropping off planes.
Yeah, bro. You.
So now you got the Clintons, you got the Obama name, and then you got Obama with that sweet talk, and that man can talk. He is the best talker I've ever seen.
Yeah, his podcast flatline though.
That might have flatlined, but when he gets on that mic as president guy, he can talk.
Yeah, he's pretty good. I like to hear Trump talk.
I do too. It's real.
I like to hear people who don't give a fuck talk. Like Obama gave too many fucks.
Yeah.
I never was even though I'm black, I never was a fan of his, Like he just cared too much. Like I like Trump because I think Trump is the closest representation of an American that we've ever had as president. Like most Americans don't give a fuck.
Well, Trump stayed true to him.
Yeah,
right.
Absolutely, he was not swayed by either side.
So you couldn't buy him,
right?
Because he didn't give a fuck. You couldn't shut him up because you know how bad they tried to. I bet you they called him in 100 times. Donald, please just get off Twitter.
You can't shut rich people up.
Nope. And then he goes, I always say this because it cracks me up because he's got such balls. He calls that guy Rocket Man and goes meets him face to face. No security, bro. Right. There's nobody around. I mean, there's snipers there. But he goes and sits down with the fucking guy. That's a man there.
Yeah, Trump, what was it, Winston Churchill, who said, speak softly and carry a big stick? That's Trump. Well, no, he speaks loudly and carry. Yeah. Trump, to me, was like that crazy. He was like the kid's dad in the neighborhood, and everybody knew that kid's dad was crazy. Right. So they didn't fuck with that kid because they're like, if you don't fuck with that kid because that kid's dad hits kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was that crazy ass daddy.
But then everybody would run to him when they need something. Right. You know, and he'd be like, okay, here, you need a shirt, here you go. And then nobody fucks with the neighborhood. Right. He was that type of guy.
Yeah, he had him. He made America fierce again. You
know, you can say what you want about him, and we're not favoring left or right. It's just when he was in, everything was looking pretty. China was depending on us, bro. Not like it is now.
You know, he was trying to definitely make America a strong force again as far as like, you know, domestic exports.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, he was trying to keep a lot of stuff, you know, domestic to America. I mean, small business people loved him. You know, the tax breaks, the tax credits.
Yeah, because he was trying to bring everything over to America.
Exactly.
And the problem with this 4-year shit and the blue and the red, even let's just say Biden knows what day it is. We know he doesn't, but let's just pretend. And he's making great decisions. Right. In 4 years, if a Republican gets in, everything that Biden did that would have been good would have been wiped.
I just think we're too progressive as a country to even have a two-party system.
Or our fucking egos. Our egos are so huge that we just think we can just play around like this while what do you think the other countries are doing while we're worried about green?
Exactly, man.
And fossil fuels and whatever else. Have you seen in Cali anybody actually walk into a store and take, what is it? What's the rule now? 900, 600 you can take and not get arrested?
I mean, I do a lot of Amazon Fresh. So I don't really go to the store per se. Like, most of my shit's delivered. I just don't like dealing with people. You know, LA is a shithole right now, bro. Like, you know, you don't really want to wear your jewelry outside. You don't want to drive your best car because motherfuckers are following people home and shit. I mean, I'm a licensed gun owner, carry my gun. You know, 99.9% of the time, there's some instances where I'm outside, you know, without my gun. I'm like, damn, I feel naked, man. I feel like I left my wallet at home, like, you know. So I try to stay out the way. So I get a lot of shit delivered. I do a lot of Postmates. I go to restaurants, but I try to, unless I'm working, be home, you know, 10, 11 o'clock.
When did you notice Cali start to get really weird?
Quarantine.
Is that when it got nuts?
So the neighborhood I used to live in, I used to live in Valley Village, which is like on Magnolia and Colfax. Some of your listeners will know where that's at. And I never, ever saw homeless people, ever, like within a, you know, mile radius, I'll say. During quarantine, when everything started getting lax and shit, I was starting to see like homeless people. They started setting up camps. I'm like, what the hell? Like, this is a neighborhood. Like, kids walk these streets from school to go to school and come from school, and now I'm seeing homeless people.
Because it used to just be Skid Row that was bad. When I used to go there to watch the games, there was that one area.
It was very centralized back then.
And even that area, you weren't going to get mugged. It was just a nasty area, right?
It was nasty as fuck.
Yeah, you go into the gangs, you ain't coming out. But as far as like the homeless problem, all the crazy shit.
It was centralized to downtown.
Yeah, and you could go through there and you wouldn't get fucked with.
No, nobody would fuck with you.
But now, because you're there, so it's really fucking that nuts,
man. I mean, you know, they brought that shit. Like, bro, the best neighborhoods are getting targeted because, you know, these people who live elsewhere don't want to rob their own neighborhoods because those people don't have money. So they come to these good neighborhoods to steal from people who have, you know, worked hard to get these nice things.
Are they hitting Hollywood?
Yeah.
Are they?
Hard.
Do you know any celebs that they hit?
Any what?
Celebrities that they hit? I remember.
The only celebrity that I think got hit indirectly was Lady Gaga's dog walker. He got shot, and then
he got shot.
Yeah, he got shot, and then they tried to rob the CEO of Fashion Nova, but he had an armed security guard. An armed security guard took care of those guys. I think he got shot as well.
God damn.
Yeah.
I think Jason Strahan, too. He's right when you go up there. I think they tried to break in his house when he wasn't there.
Doesn't surprise me. I know a guy, a watch guy. He deals in high-end watches, and he just moved to LA, and some people broke into his house.
The last thing I saw on TV, I couldn't believe it. I know your soon-to-be wife saw it. When they went into Louis Vuitton and just ran out with scarves, bags, everything, and people were in the car videotaping
it. Yeah, they're doing some stuff in broad daylight, man, which is...
You got to get rid of that governor or mayor or whoever the fuck.
You got to get rid of the governor, the mayor, and the district attorney.
Oh, yeah. What a mess.
Gascon.
Is that who's causing the most of the problems out there?
Well, I mean, nobody's getting penalized. So it's like, I go armed robbery. I go rob you with a gun, armed robbery. And it's like, I face no consequence. I got
a slap on the wrist if you even have to go to court.
$10,000 fine. You know what I'm saying? Like, there was one guy, there's been a few where they highlight, one guy got arrested I think 4 or 5 times in one day, and then he ended up killing somebody later that day. Why is somebody who got arrested 3-4 times in a day out? I
saw that, yeah.
Why?
In one day he got, and they just kept kicking him out, and then he ended up.
And the guy who killed that lady whose husband was a famous musician.
I don't know about that one.
Yeah, that was some months ago. He was out on bail, bond, whatever it is.
Fucking crazy, man.
Yeah, I tell people, bro, metropolitan areas, L.A., New York, Houston, Dallas, Miami. Any big city it's not to be ran by a righteous person. It's not. You need criminals or people with a criminal mindset to be the political figures in those cities.
Because they can understand.
Right.
And then when they go to deal with the problem, because they were criminals or lived in that environment, they know how to adjust.
Yeah,
you can't put a fucking suit in and say, hey, suit, you and your 3 other suits, go to Skid Row and all this stuff. They're going to listen, because they're going to say, oh, you're going to come to Skid Row now and help us out today for the cameras to make it look like you give a shit. And a week from now, we're going to be pissing on the same shit we're sleeping in.
You can't have no motherfucker that grew up with a silver spoon, suburban motherfucker running L.A. When we had Mayor Villaraigosa, and a lot of people call him a criminal, that city, you can walk down the street with $100,000 worth of jewelry on.
Who was the mayor, 09 to 12 to 13? Who was the mayor then?
I think that was still Villaraigosa.
Because that's when I was there all the time, and it was great.
Let me see.
I mean, you didn't have to worry. You didn't even hear about crime. The only thing you heard about out there was the fucking taxes. EK, pull up his joke that we have on Trump. I found a joke that you killed it with Trump.
So he was the mayor of L.A. from 2005 to 2013.
Yeah. So every time when I started going to L.A., he was there, and it was perfect.
That city was so great.
Great. It was the type. I felt like it was the atmosphere where you could leave your doors unlocked and not have to worry.
Right. I mean,
within reason.
Right.
Fuck, not certain places,
Yeah.
But when I was going down there in 12 and 13, and then the debate was either Florida or Cali, because I loved it out there. But the business tax.
But if you would have got a house out there right now, you'd be a millionaire.
Yeah. But
back in 2013.
But also, I'd have to. But whatever I would make on that, I'd be paying on security.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Fuck yeah, bro.
All right, hit play on this. This is good, Dave. I had to pull this. This is good.
Am I the only black person who misses Trump? The only one? How? I love Trump. How do y'all not love Trump? He was dropping $600 payments every 2 weeks. I felt like a bad bitch. The funniest shit he ever said is when he got on TV and said, people are dying that have never died before. I don't know, bro. I have zero faith in Joe Biden. I have zero faith in that nigga. I don't know how y'all voted out Trump to vote in Andy Griffin. I don't know.
That was good, man. This podcast is sponsored by Let's Get Checked. Guys, let's talk about what your diet is doing to your testosterone. fast food, protein bars, instant noodle, candy, soda, chips. How often do you consume these? If any of these are staples in your diet right now, you're consuming what is referred to as ultra-processed foods. Ultra-processed foods have long ingredient lists, additives designed to make foods ready to eat, cost less, and yeah, they do a great job at doing that. But processed foods have high amounts of trans fat in them. This is an unhealthy type of fat, and if you consume a lot, it could lower your testosterone levels. Think about this. Consumption of ultra-processed foods have been rapidly rising since the 1980s, and the average man's testosterone levels has been dropping substantially in the same time frame. And this is true for men of all ages. So let's talk about today's sponsor, Let's Get Checked. They're a worldwide leader in at-home testing kits, and their male hormone test lets you easily test your testosterone levels at home. You can order a testing kit that will be delivered to you in a discreet packaging with next-day delivery. Once your sample arrives in the laboratory, confidential results will be available from your secure online account within 2 to 5 days. These results are reviewed by a clinician, and a member of Let's Get Checked nursing team may call you to review your results. Let's Get Checked laboratories are CLIA approved and CAP accredited, which are the highest ranking levels of accreditation. So, if you want to test your hormone levels without having to leave your home, visit trylgc.com/MSCS. And, special offer for MSCS media viewers, use the code MSCS and get 30% off your test. The link is in the description below at the top. These results are reviewed by a clinician, and a member of Let's Get Checked nursing team may call you to review your results. Let's Get Checked laboratories are CLIA approved and CAP accredited, which are the highest ranking levels of accreditation. So, if you want to test your hormone levels without having to leave your home, visit trylgc.com/MSCS. And, special offer for MSCS media viewers, use the code MSCS and get 30% off your test. The link is in the description below at the top. This podcast is brought to you by Monster Energy. Tear into a can of the meanest energy drink on the planet, Monster Energy. It's the ideal combo of the right ingredients in the right proportion to deliver a big bad buzz that only Monster can. Monster packs a powerful punch, has a smooth, easy drinking flavor. Athletes, musicians, co-eds, road warriors, metalheads, geeks, hipsters, and bikers dig it. You will too. Monster Energy is more than just the green OG. Monster has Monster Ultra, Juice Monster, Monster Hydro, Rehab Monster, Dragon Tea, Monster Max, Muscle Monster, and many more. Buy on Amazon, buy on Walmart, or go to monsterenergy.com and believe me, you'll find a place. Unleash the beast. Monster Energy. Well, but what made you think Andy Griffin at that part?
I just thought about a old kind of senile person who loosely, ran his city, because nobody was terrified of Andy Griffin.
Right.
He was kind of like, man, I stole a piece of bubble gum because I just wanted to chew something. Oh, all right, well, go ahead.
I knew you were building up to someone. I'm thinking, who's he going to say? And then you said Andy Griffin. I had to go back, and I'm like, oh, shit. That was
Barney Fife. I used to watch all that with my granddaddy, man.
You know what you never told me? You never told me that you started on MTV Yo Momma. Beginning, when everything started to change after that?
No, hell no.
So you do Yo Momma on MTV, right?
Yeah.
And then what happens after that?
Nothing.
You just do that show and
damn thing, man. I did that show. I thought I was a celebrity
after you did that show, right? Well, MTV was huge then, because we were all watching TRL.
There was social media, but it wasn't big like it is now. Like, if I would have had social media back then, I probably would have blew up off of that. But I did that show, and I think I did a Tyler Perry TV show after that, and maybe a few other things.
You act like that's nothing. Tyler Perry? What the fuck? Tyler Perry, MTV, and at that time, that's kind of big shit. Remember MTV back then? That was like the big thing.
It didn't change my life. You know what I'm saying? I was still struggling.
You see how young you look? You ever see that before?
No facial hair whatsoever.
She's gonna try to get you to cut that.
Yeah, I mean, that was dope. That was a dope experience. I actually wasn't doing stand-up comedy then.
Nothing at all.
It was a writer on that show that got me to do stand-up comedy.
So it was kind of just fun, and then you were coming off the cuff.
I was more so of an actor back then. Like, I did theater plays. Like, I wanted to be an actor.
Do you think you want to do that one day? Like,
I still
shy away from being a comedian and go into acting?
Nah, I never want to get away from comedy, but I do want to, film some movies, TV shows. Yeah.
You want to be in the movie or
Absolutely.
produce it? You want to be
both?
Yeah, I can't see you not want to be in it.
Yeah, bro. I want to play a bad guy.
You want to play a bad guy?
I want to play like a, you know how you have those mob bosses, and I want to be like his enforcer.
No, I want to see you as a detective.
Detective?
Yeah. Well, your real uncle's Frank Lucas.
Right. Like on some training day shit?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I can see that.
You know what's so cool about it? You never use that. You never use that for any way.
No purpose.
Anybody else on this planet, you know it and I know it, would be telling everybody on the planet, my uncle's Frank Lucas. Yeah, the real Frank Lucas from American Gangster to help pave your way. But you want to do it on your own. And I respect the fuck out of that.
Yeah, man. I don't feel like I want to get ahead in life on somebody else's merits.
You want to do it on your own?
Yeah, I never put no work in.
That's old school.
I never seen no kilo of dope. You know what I'm saying? I ain't did shit, bro. I'm just a byproduct of dope money. You know what I mean, bro? Like I was able to live a little better because my ancestors put that work in, but I never.
But it's good to have in the bag in case you ever need to drop a little hint. In case there's a little something.
People think I'm just a comedian. I'm like, bro, like
you don't even know, motherfucker.
I know people that can really like get rid of your whole bloodline.
And the side thing is you ain't lying.
Right.
You know more than one.
I know a few very close that can get rid of the whole bloodline, man. So like but I laugh at everything, and it's kind of hard to get me mad. You know what I'm saying? Like to that point, like I need to make a phone. I've only made one phone call in my life, and it wasn't even for me. It was for my little brother. It wasn't for me.
Well, it's kind of like, what's the point of getting fucking mad? Like, unless it's really something, what's the point?
Yeah, man. Like nowadays, you can't really get me mad. Like I'm everywhere, bro. Like I get hate comments. Nobody don't threaten my life, but the only time you can really like get me out of character is if you like threaten my kids or my girl or my mom. Like other than that, like talk all the shit you want to talk about me.
That's how I am. As long as you don't threaten my girl, my kid, unfortunately my mom's not here, but say something shitty about my mom, then I'm coming for you. I don't care. But anything else, all it is you're hurting yourself because you're just holding a grudge within, right? The other person doesn't give a shit.
When anybody that hates on me is like, first of all, what's your net worth? How much money you make? You don't sound like, bro, like, I don't know successful people that sit around and talk shit about successful people.
You know why? Because they don't have fucking time.
I don't have time to sit around and log onto my computer and go to the YouTube app and then, David Lucas is such a loser. He's not funny. You should quit comedy. Like, I don't have time to do that.
I would turn off comments on YouTube like this. People one bitch. Because when it comes to guys like you, and the A-listers and the B-listers, they have endorsement agents. So when the endorsement agents look out, like 3 of the agents might say, okay, right? But then the endorsement agent's going to look because that person has endorsements. Mm-hmm. And if they go in there and they see shitty comments, they're not going to put their client in that line of fire.
Right.
So then what I do is I hold them, which creates more work for me because now, like when you come in, you do 500,000, 1 million views, there's going to be 500, 600, 700 fucking comments that I got to go through to hold because if there's too many negative ones and you get into these high-end people with endorsement deals and shit like that, any good endorsement agent is going to say, you're not going there because you're walking into a line of fire and it could give you a bad look. They don't know.
No, I feel that. I feel that, man.
So to me, to save the work, I turn them the fuck off. I don't read them anyway. I just glance to see if it's bad and hit check or delete.
That's dope. So you have like a filter system before the comment is actually posted on the YouTube.
Right. That way you can avoid the bullshit. Because 1, you don't want the trolls anyway. 2, if some asshole doesn't like David Lucas or me or whoever's in here, you want like me as a host, you want the guests to feel welcomed and to be happy.
Right.
Some asshole that's just saying shit that he doesn't even know what he's doing, is bored, can't get laid to save his life, probably fat as fuck, God knows what else. I would say something else, but you can't say it now, I guess,
No money.
So I'm going to delete it because why would I want to put some bullshit out there for, a guest that is kind enough to come in? I want to turn them the fuck off.
Yeah, bro.
But then it just, they like to go back.
People like that, that hate on us, bro, their dinner is served on 2 slices of light bread. You know, like, bro, you ate a sandwich for dinner with potato chips and a carton of milk. Like,
and a Budweiser.
I see why you don't like me, motherfucker. I'm eating a steak dinner, bro, next to a beautiful woman.
I always say, I would hate me too. While we're out with the steak dinner, dressed nice, you always got the kicks.
Right.
They're in their tighty whities with the yellow and blue band on the nut huggers, right?
The Hanes.
The white and blue.
Is that white blue Hanes?
They're always white and blue, and the fat guy's always got a hairy belly and a Budweiser and a cigarette hanging out of his mouth.
Bruh, for real.
That's the guys that are commenting the bullshit.
For real, bro.
Or a fucking robot that some idiot just sits at a computer and goes like this and thinks it's funny.
I actually, I knew a girl whose brother had like maybe 20 other friends who, no matter how good the video is, they would go around and just dislike videos and leave comments.
Really?
That's all they did all day. Like they get paid for it. They didn't have shit else to do.
Good way to get rid of your competition, right? Hire somebody just to go dislike all day long.
Bruh.
But YouTube took away the dislikes.
Yeah. I wish I had that.
I want it. Why not?
I want to see.
Well, you can't hurt anybody's feelings now. Everybody's got to get a trophy, bro.
So soft, bro. Our society's so soft, man. My kids are gonna run over these other kids. You're a kid too, man. You know, like they're gonna run over these other kids.
Fucking crazy.
Yeah.
No balls, no go after it, no go get it.
Both of my daughters are tougher than most boys I know.
What's your one daughter doing? She's into something really interesting.
Which one?
The older one.
She's into so much. She's
last time we talked, it was in the text your tummy. She was doing something really. Probably 100 things since then.
Yeah,
you know?
bro. She's into snakes.
It was snakes.
Yeah.
It was snakes.
Yeah, she's real big into snakes. She's not terrified of snakes.
Nothing to be afraid of, right?
No, bro. She's probably gonna be like Steve Irwin.
Nothing wrong with that.
She can identify so many animals, bro.
Every kid, every person has their niche. Your niche is comedian, probably an actor one day.
Right.
You know, and if she's into that and good, and that's the top. That's a great career too, because it's not overpopulated shit like that.
I want her to have a snake, but her mom's so scary.
Just get one that isn't gonna fucking whack her out.
No, I was gonna get her a python, but her mom won't let her keep her at their house.
Python?
Yeah.
They're poisonous, right?
No. Pythons are constrictors.
That means they're not poisonous?
Yeah. I mean, they'll bite you, but they're not. They won't kill you if they bite you. They can constrict your ass.
Whatever the mom says, I don't know. I don't want weird problems, right? You just say, okay, we'll get it later, huh?
I had said it on my old podcast that my daughter wanted a snake, and like a snake breeder like hit me up. He's like, bro, I got you a starter kit. And I was like, well, the problem is I'm not about to take care of snakes. I'm not scared of snakes, but I'm not about to take care of a fucking snake. Like, I'm not going to buy the rats. I'm not cleaning a fucking aquarium or whatever the fuck they live in. So once my daughter gets old enough to where she's 13, 14, she can have a fucking snake.
And she could take care of it.
Right. When she could take care of that motherfucker herself.
I had one when I was a kid.
Yeah.
And the only thing I couldn't stand was when it sheds the fucking skin. Fucking nasty, man. I don't know. It goes through me. Like, you know, like the whole skin sheds off.
Yeah.
I don't know. It goes through me.
What'd you have?
I don't fucking know. Some snake. I don't know. It just looked like a cool snake.
Probably a little corn snake, black snake.
I don't know. Something that, you know, was probably cheap and wouldn't bite. But, you know, it still shed skin and shit. It was disgusting.
They do that quite often?
I think. Yeah. I don't know. Every time I would go see my dad, every couple months, there'd be fucking skin in there. You know what I mean? So I don't know.
Oh, yeah. Like, imagine if we shedded skin like that.
Well, like, we do. We just don't know. We don't see it.
We don't see it. But imagine if, like, every 3 months we had to, like, peel all the way down. And you will see, like, a silhouette of somebody's skin. That'd be fucking...
Yeah, you'd be, like, walking down the sidewalk. Instead of a soda can that some asshole threw, you'd see, like, the outer shell of his body.
Imagine how much trash...
I don't think our brains could take it, and you just see puke everywhere. Yeah. Right?
I'm not queasy.
Well, not everybody, but a lot of people.
I watch Pimple Popper.
Dude, I knew you fucking did. That's like for girls to watch that crazy.
Really?
You like to see things get picked and popped and...
Yeah, my girl can't. She's queasy.
I can't watch that shit.
Like, when we was driving this way today...
You watch Pimple Popper?
Yeah, I like that type of shit.
Does he really? Or is he bullshitting? You watching Pimple Popper?
No, I don't. I'm not into that.
Bro, I can watch all that shit.
Do you watch Botched?
Of course.
I knew you watched Botched too. That one's not bad.
No,
I like the doctor actually. He's pretty cool.
I wish it was a little more gruesome. They cover up a lot of shit.
Imagine the money they're making.
Yeah,
bro.
I think Botch needs like an OnlyFans where you can see
On OnlyFans where you can see like
see the titties, see how deformed they really are.
That's not a bad idea.
I want to see Botch like pussy lips. Like, I want to see them rough ass, 6 baby pussy lips that a bitch don't pushed out.
Well, you want 7 of them. How many you want? Last time it was 11.
We got 3.
What's you on now?
3 more. Well, her too.
No, I mean how many kids do you want as of today?
3 more.
3 more. That's a total of what?
6.
Last time it was 11 was a total.
That might. Yeah. I mean,
I have it on camera.
11 would be dope.
You better hope that housing market goes down if you want 11, buddy.
We're shopping for a house now.
In Georgia?
Yeah.
He could help you out.
Yeah?
Yeah. He works for a mortgage company.
You a hard money lender, bro?
Yes, we are.
No, like hard money for real?
Hard money too.
Really?
Yeah, he is.
What I got to show you? Just bank account statements?
I'll talk to you afterwards.
Yeah, dog. Because I ain't had no. The thing that's fucking me up is the lack of tax return for like 2020 and 2021. But I'm like, motherfucker, look at the cash flow in my bank account. I'm like, does that not count for anything?
Now, I'll tell you what the craziest thing is with the whole fucking credit shit. If you pay your credit card off, I forget who I was talking to about this. If you pay it off every month, so say you spend $50,000 a month, right? And you run it up, pay it off. Completely off. Your credit score goes down.
You did that on your podcast.
What?
You did that on your podcast with somebody, right?
Yeah, like I've said this before.
I watched it.
Yeah.
I watched it.
Well, the investment choice. Yeah,
he was telling about how to leave. I saw
like
that.
Leave like 10% or 5%.
He was saying that. Yeah.
But that doesn't make any. You would think that they would be like, oh, but then he did make sense because he said like, well, then the credit card company thinks, well, one of these months you're going to run up $100K and not pay it. So
and then you got to look at
it's not like they can't write
statement dates. Like you got to pay before, so you don't pay like when it's due. You're supposed to pay like before they generate the next statement. Yeah, all that credit card shit is.
What do they tell you when you're in that school shit? They tell you to leave like 10% on the credit card?
Yeah, I usually personally leave 10%.
10%? I think it's 10%, dude.
But you also need to know your the dates, like they were just saying. You need to know the dates that for the statements and everything like that.
Yeah.
So you're right on it.
Yeah. So it's a lot.
Now, when you decide to go on tour, like you're with Brandon, Louis, how do you decide who you're going to tour with? Because you kind of got to be similar in a way, right?
I mean, fortunately for me, bro, like don't no bullshit comedians ask me to come on the road.
But I mean, when you're making a decision, though, like do you go about that decision in a way where they kind of have to be kind of like your flow?
No, you actually on tour want somebody who's completely opposite of you.
Really?
Because, I mean, if me and you sound alike, say the same jokes, the audience is going to be kind of worn out. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you want somebody who can compliment you but not be like the same as you.
So how would you differentiate you and Brandon?
Totally different. He's more like for the bros, you know what I'm saying? Like fighters, people who are in the UFC style jokes. And I'm just like a dark, grimy motherfucker. But he's more like into the bros, like fighters. Like the Joe Rogan crowds. Like that's his crowd. Like he's into all that. Like he talks about Rogan. He talks about having a Hispanic wife. He actually just dropped a special, man. Make sure y'all go check that out. Was it the Gringo Poppy, I believe?
Gringo Poppy?
Yeah.
What, he's got a whiskey out?
It's actually doing very well.
I saw him on Rogan.
Yeah,
and
Tiger Thick, bro.
Is that in the stores yet?
I was going to bring you a bottle, but it was sold out.
Wow, good for him.
Yeah.
Good for him.
Great. He's doing a great job with that whiskey, and it's actually pretty good. I'm not a whiskey bourbon fan. It's a Japanese like whiskey bourbon. I drink tequila mainly. Only time I really drink whiskey is when I'm with Rogan and Brendan Schaub. But he was telling me like, oh yeah, this is an aged whiskey bourbon blend. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, like I knew, like wine gets aged. I didn't know there was that whole thing with whiskey.
Well, tequila too. Like
tequila,
like, the Blanco is the least aged because of the color, and then the more it ages, you get the reposado and the añejo.
And more flavor and all that other
Bro,
stuff. Yeah.
like, you can start tasting those barrels they put it in. So crazy, man. It takes on that.
I bet you he spent 3-4 years building that up.
I think it was like 6
or 6. That shit takes forever.
He said it took a long time.
And then he's got some chew thing, like nicotine thing.
Yeah, he I just got sponsored by his competitor. He's with Rogue, and I'm with Lucy.
Same shit. What is it? It's like a nicotine pouch.
It's it's a supplement to like smoking or vaping, like nicotine pouches, lozenges, and chewing gum, I believe.
And who sponsors you?
Lucy.
Lucy. So definitely get those Lucy, right?
Use the promo code David Lucas.
Use promo code David Lucas.
20% off.
20% off. It will be in the description. Go to slide 2. Play what Brandon said about you. And Rogan said you gave him his. You gave Rogan your vape, and he was like, "What the fuck?"
Oh,
you said you got 7 vapes on you all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Hit play, okay?
Everybody thinks those vapes are better for you. Who's everybody? David Lucas. Well, first of all, David Lucas is on tour with me. I call him Vape Daddy. At all times, he has 6 vapes on him. I'll take a hit of it.
Pause this quick.
Yeah, he's got extras. He just always
Hit
has
pause.
vapes. Hold one up.
Is that true? You don't have 8 on you, do you?
Oh,
I have 4 on me, but I lose them half the
time. How many I got over there, baby? I got 2.
How many do you think you got? You got 2.
Yeah.
I always lose them.
I do keep about 6 over me.
So he was pretty accurate on it.
He was pretty accurate. Oh, that's because there's 3.
There's 3. We got green.
Oh, throw me that red one.
Oh, we're switching it up.
I go through the flavors, and then I probably got about 3 or 4 in the car, and then so we got.
Oh, she's
we got
still
4
digging.
right here. Yeah.
So if you're listening, Dave, we got a fucking rainbow. Dave's got what we got. We got red.
So we got this is like watermelon something. I need to actually get sponsored by this company too. High, and that's peach. This is sour apple, and this one something called dewberry.
So off the cuff, we got 4.
Yeah, off the cuff, bro. At most times.
I wish I had 4, but I keep fucking losing. I'm actually digging everywhere for one right now.
At most times, I got a handful full of vapes. That's how I travel. I gotta have my vapes.
Dude, isn't it crazy how addictive that shit is?
Oh my god, it's worse than cigarettes.
Worse. I go through 4 of these a day. 4 of these a day.
What's the one you smoke?
I'm sticking with Juul. I haven't that whole big fucking crazy. I used to do that though, when I had the store and all that other shit. But I like this better now.
Yeah, Juul. It don't give me that head rush. I bought a Juul one time. I was drunk as fuck in Santa Monica, and I don't know what happened to my vape. Maybe it died, and I was in somebody else's car, and I said, "You got to go to the gas station. If they don't have a Juul, I'm gonna buy a pack of cigarettes." And they had a Juul, and I was like, "Thank God."
You don't think this hits pretty good? You got to get a higher milligram, maybe. You like your big guns.
And yeah, I like the little thick one. I like the choke and cough.
Yeah, and you get a lot more out of that too. You can refill that one?
Mm-mm.
Oh, those are throwaways. Okay, bougie. Throwaway vapes. You got 6 throwaway vapes. Okay. David Lucas is going straight bougie.
Man, I probably
got the throwaways.
I probably spend like cocaine prices on vapes.
You probably
I probably well, no, cocaine is kind of expensive. I don't know what a habit would cost, but I probably do like $150 a week in vapes.
Oh yeah,
Easy.
Yeah. Because you figure, me too. Because I'm going through a pack of this shit a day.
Yeah. 7
days in a week.
Yeah.
20 a pack. 140.
Yeah.
So, we're addicts.
Yeah, addicts, bro. I found a way to vape on planes.
What he says is pretty funny. Play it.
Fresh one out for me to try yesterday, and I took it and I was like, "Is this actually better than smoking?"
No, it's worse. It's worse for you.
Is it worse?
Yeah, it's more condensed, like concentrated nicotine.
I'm not sure. Young man who got pneumonia, who vaped every day, and he wound up dying.
Oh wow.
Yeah, what he said that you had given him your vape, and he like choked, and then remember that there was a guy who had pneumonia that was vape, but he was vaping. He was making his own vapes.
Yeah, you can't do that shit, and I like these. There are some vapes. So I've done like my homework. I've experimented, and hides for me personally are the best on my lungs. I'm able to go to the gym. I'm able to still do 2-3 miles walking on the treadmill, and I'm not affected. I'm not like. But I used to have some vapes where like if I vape them, like I wake up the next morning like coughing up shit, my lungs hurt, and yeah.
Well, see, I owned 4 beer and wine and vape shops, and then I had a wholesale warehouse of all the vapes, and I would distribute to stores or online stores. And what was happening at the time when all this shit was going down was that people were making it, so you could go on eBay or Alibaba.
That's dangerous.
Hell yeah, and you could buy a liter of nicotine, like pure nicotine, where if you touch that, it will poison you because it's pure nicotine, not percentage.
Wow.
So then you had, guys open up a vape shop, right? There's no regulation at the time. There really still isn't now other than the tax. And they go on YouTube and they say, okay, we put this much nicotine in here with this flavor, shake it, put a nice cute label on it, blueberry, strawberry, whatever, you buy it. But if that guy put an extra drop in, you're going to be all fucked up the next day.
No, there was back when I used to smoke, the vapes with the tanks that blow the big ass clouds where like
like U-Wells and
shit like that with you have to buy the coils and shit.
How nasty was that when that coil burned out?
Horrible.
Like shit.
But that was expensive and it was messy.
Messy as fuck. It would leak.
Yeah, it would leak. Airplanes, it would leak. It was horrible. I stained many a clothes, many a designer bags with that shit.
Because we weren't getting the 2 milligram nicotine, and the more nicotine, the darker it is.
Right.
So coming out.
I was doing 3 to 6. And there was this place in Georgia where they mix their own oils and the nicotine. I'm not gonna name the place because I don't want them to shut down. But that shit is the reason I stopped doing those. It made me so sick.
Well, it's you got to really to do that because it's a fucking poison. You got to be a chemist.
Yeah, a fucking scientist, man. They got fucking Hillbilly Joe back there. This is 4.5 milligrams worth of nicotine in this here bottle.
We need them moonshiners making the shit. They're accurate and they're not dead.
Right.
And if those guys can drink moonshine for 50 years and not die, they obviously know their ratios.
My girl, we were just, we came from Georgia to do my show yesterday in Naples, and we went to the liquor store. We were buying drinks. We were buying liquor for dinner that night, speaking of moonshine. So what I drink is 80 proof, and she drinks the same thing. She drinks wine. She drinks the same tequila I drink, which is around 80 proof. And her and my auntie let some fool at the liquor store talk them into buying 120 proof cognac.
Oh.
Before they left the liquor store, I said, you're making a big mistake. That shit can run a fucking car. That's 120 proof. Because what are y'all trying to make, Manhattans? They're trying to make fucking Manhattans with 120 proof liquor. I said, you're going to die.
Did she do it?
So we went home. The guy told them, before you make your drink, take a shot. Her and my aunt went and took a shot of this fucking gasoline, and they were sick. They were bent over. You were right. I was like, I told you. That's 40% more of the shit that you get drunk off on.
40. You ever have moonshine, Ika? You ever try it?
No, I've not.
People
that have, but not me.
Oh, it's bad. They have it in New Jersey.
And it's so smooth. But that shit, what was that shit, like 200 proof?
It's 200 proof, yeah. And I thought I would, I was going out all the time. I was younger, got the fucking moonshine, we were over in Jersey, headed back to Philly. I thought, make some jungle juice, something,
right.
Have a little bit of a party.
That should make you hallucinate, man.
Well, on the way, I decided to drink on the way back to Philly. And the last thing I remember is just waking up at like 3 o'clock in the morning. Everybody was coming in from the hotel. I never made it out anywhere.
Damn.
Just that little drinking from Jersey to Philly. Boom.
That moonshine is no... Bruh.
You black out. It's like 4 Loca times a million.
This much of moonshine will put you out.
Game over.
Seriously.
Yeah. That's strong shit, that alone.
It's Patron. So what's Patron, like 80%?
I think it's 80 or 90, but the way they make it...
40. This is 40.
Well, 40 means 80, right?
I don't know.
Does 40 mean 80? If it says 40, what's Patron? If it says 40 on there, it's really 80%, right?
I don't think so. I think.
Oh, 80 proof. Yeah, this is 80 proof.
80 proof.
80 proof. Yeah, you're right. 80 proof.
It's like shit.
Kilo strong.
Yeah, how can Patron be 40?
Right. So yeah, I drank Casamigos, which is on the same line of this 80 proof, and the shit they bought was 120 proof.
And they're women.
I told him. I said you're making a big mistake.
Well, you had a quiet night.
No.
Oh no, it didn't go that well.
No. Yeah, you know how women get when they drink.
Oh boy. Ask Johnny Depp.
Right. He's going through it right.
What do you think? I'll tell you what. When he was on that stand, I couldn't tell if he was acting or if that's really how he is.
He's too good of a fucking actor, right? It's like,
is that really how he is?
bro, he was fucking interrogating the interrogators.
I know. What a play, though. Whether it was an actor or not.
He was like, a pint? A pint. No, I just want to hear you say a pint. And he's just, bro, I've been watching his compilations on YouTube with him on trial. In that situation, I think him and Amber Heard are both the victims. I believe, it was a very, acrimonious relationship that they have. I think he was a dirty motherfucker, and I think she was a dirty bitch. She fucked Elon Musk. She took Elon Musk up to his apartment and fucked him while Johnny Depp was overseas making a movie. So she's a dirty bitch. He's a dirty bitch.
Think Elon would do that?
He did it.
How do you know?
It's on video.
It's on video.
Yeah, of her taking Elon Musk up there. They didn't go up there to fucking make him bring a helper.
Why would Elon Musk hang out with her?
Just,
she's off.
I mean, when people get money like that, the thrill of fucking another man's chick.
That's true. But do you think he was acting during that interrogation? I mean, they had him there for. I'll tell you what, that guy can hang. 4 days like that, 12 hours.
But here's the thing: do we really know the Johnny Depp?
No.
Do we really know Johnny Depp? This motherfucker played Edward Scissorhands, Captain Jack Sparrow, and what's that movie where he played that crazy writer? Was it Through the Window, some shit like that?
Yeah, he was like out in the middle of nowhere. Yeah. It was like haunted.
Yeah.
It was real. It was like a dark movie.
I love that movie.
And then he goes from that crazy shit to like Black Mass,
right.
Bronx Tale. Not Bronx. Donnie Brasco. Those are massive switches.
So
now, as a comedian, right, just being in that lifestyle, that's got to fuck with your head, right? Like the Batman guy, Heath Ledger, who killed himself after he played Joker. Well, I think playing the Joker drive him crazy, and I think that's why he committed suicide.
Well, see, that's like the difference of me. Like, those guys are character actors, so like, I have, read stuff like, Jim Carrey said, playing certain roles got to him, you know what I'm saying? So like, I just want to play me. I just want to be me. I don't want to have to portray a certain character where I got to get deep and dark and seclude myself from my family and shit like that. I just want to be me. Like, I want to be like mean, goofy me, Yeah,
but if you went that direction and you played that role a few times, you would be like, I don't want to be a one-man show. Mm-hmm. I want to do something different. Right now, that's what you want. Mm-hmm. But once you do 3 movies like that, you don't want to be and he's a good actor. The guy that always is, the guy from Taken, he's always Lee Nielsen. You already know when that movie comes out, somebody took his wife or his daughter, and he's gonna go beat the fuck out of everybody.
Well, he was also in, 300, and he was in Lord of the Rings.
Other than Lord of the Rings that nobody knows that he was in, 300 never heard of it. All I know is he fucking goes and finds people and fucks them up. Like Lilo was in here, right? Plenty of times, and at my house. And he doesn't want to do anything mob. He wants to do like totally different genre because he doesn't want to be looked at as the Bronx Tale Kid or the Renaissance Man. So now he's doing a movie with Meadow from The Sopranos, and he's an abusive dad. He grew out the little bit of hair he has left. He grew out his hair, and he's an abusive dad, and that's coming out. And then he's got another one called Sleepyhead, where he's like a fucking leprechaun.
Okay.
Just the point is like he doesn't want to be after doing so many of the same type of kind of movies. He wants to be able to do any genre.
No, I feel that.
I think you'd be the same way too.
Yeah.
Because you'll get bored, bro. You'll get bored of that shit.
I mean, Yeah,
so you think Depp wins?
Yeah, I think he'll win.
Or the judge is just gonna be like, "You guys are both crazy. Just go home."
So what? Who's fighting for what?
So Depp is suing her for defamation for $50 million because he's saying that he lost the role in Pirates of the Caribbean because of her and the publicity. And when they tally that all up and and some other maybe like interviews or something, whatever the calculation is, it comes down to Pirates of the Caribbean for $50 million because 2 years ago she said in the newspaper that she was being abused at home, domestically abused at home or whatever, but she didn't say Johnny Depp. She just said that she was being domestically abused. Well, Johnny Depp, I mean, who else would it be, right? She says that. So then he loses Pirates of the Caribbeans, lost a few endorsements, and now they're in court.
And you know what's crazy? She also stopped the movie that I was in from coming out.
Are you serious?
Yeah, so there was a movie, it'll probably never come out.
This Amber Broad stopped the movie that was...
Well, it was because of that situation. So I filmed this movie like maybe 4 years ago, and Johnny Depp was... I never met Johnny Depp. My scene was totally different, but it was about the detective who was covering the Tupac murder. And I played...
Great Caden.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had him in.
And I played a gangster.
Suge Knight?
No, I didn't play Suge Knight.
You would have been good for
I played one of his flunkies. I mean, I got paid for the movie and everything, but the movie never came out because of...
But why didn't it come out? Because he was a part of it?
Legal. Yeah.
Oh, that would have been a good fucking movie.
So, yeah.
What company has it?
That's a good question. I don't know. I shot for like 4 days, and that was it.
God.
I had one scene that was at a cookout to help. So it was a black guy from Canada who played like one of the gangsters, and my scene was just like at a cookout and at something else where I just played one. I think I had maybe like 3 words.
Wow.
Not much, but it would have been something, you know.
Caden's coming back soon.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, you should come if you're available. You should come when he comes. That'd be interesting because you're actually going to be in a movie based off of him.
Well, it'll probably never come out.
Yeah, that's crazy. Now, you think if he wins, Pirates of the Caribbean will reach back out to him?
I don't know. That's a good question. Maybe.
Who the fuck are they going to replace him with?
Nobody. Who?
The motherfucker makes $400 and $500 million a clip.
Right.
So what? You going to fight with this girl?
You saw the thing where they signed a petition to where she's only going to be seen in Aquaman for like under 10 minutes?
Yeah.
Crazy.
And they already had made the deal for him to pay her $7 million a month.
What?
Yeah. The deal was already made for $7 million a month.
For how long?
Forever.
How long can he keep that up? What the fuck? I'd rather hire a hitman.
That's what it says. I mean, who knows if it's real?
$84 million a year?
That's what it says in the thing. Pull up tab 2, the Depp one. I think it was $7 million. Maybe it was $7,000. If it was $7,000, I'm gonna cry.
God damn.
See what it says. Yeah. The property settlement provided for Depp to pay her $7 million. Her declared that she would donate the divorce proceeds to charity. So Depp paid a portion of the divorce settlement to the Children's Hospital of Los Angeles and to ACLU.
Is that a one-time $7 million?
I think so. And then they probably... So it sounds like he had to give her the property, $7 million, and then probably whatever he's given her is a non-disclosure.
$7 million just seems like it'd be a lot for any fucking body.
Right off the rip, plus the house. It's not like they were living in a $500,000 house, right? It's not like they were driving a Pito,
right?
A Honda Accord.
Their house probably $45 million.
Yeah, so between the house and the cars and everything else, that's probably $100, and then he's probably giving her $2 million a month, right? At least $1 million. Sweetheart, just take it. Just take it and
They
run.
don't have any kids, do they?
Yeah, they do. Because he was saying during the interrogation that he was trying to keep I guess she like threw shit on his bed or something.
Wow.
You see that part?
I haven't seen that.
Did you see that part about shit in his bed or something? It was really weird. Like there was shit in his bed, like she threw shit at him, and then he blamed it on the dog. It was really fucking weird. It's kind of freaky.
Poor children, man.
Yeah, and then you're going through this publicly for 12 days. They go away from the war to go to Johnny Depp.
True.
I think he wins.
We'll see. I hope he does.
Yeah, well, when you have a guy with no finger, and she cut off his finger, he was in the hospital. There's a lot of shit that
she cut off his fingers.
Yeah, you didn't watch much of this. Yeah, she cut his finger off. They have pictures of him going into the ambulance. She cut his finger off, threw a bottle at him, and it cut his finger off. He said it was something else so that there wasn't a big scene.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, right there alone, now you're getting physical. So she could say, oh, he got drunk and threw a bottle.
I saw where she said she had to use makeup to cover up bruises, and then his lawyer found out that the makeup she said she used wasn't even out at the time she allegedly got abused.
The company came out, and the company was like, no, that wasn't even out when she was talking about that, because they didn't want that on their shit. You know what I mean? They're like, whoa, don't say she used our shit, you know? So now you got him missing a finger and lying about the makeup or misspoke. How's she going to win? And when he was on the stand, he told everything. What's her lawyers going to say to him?
Right.
Do you do coke? He already said he did coke. Do you drink all the time? He already said he has a drink in the morning. You know, are you fucking crazy? He pretty much already said he's a little off, you know? So he was prepped to the point where when her prosecutors come at him, he's already said everything bad about himself. Right? What the fuck?
What can you do to a person who puts all their cards on the table?
Nothing.
Not a damn thing.
Imagine how much he paid for them fucking lawyers, though. That was probably another 20. 2-week trial. Lawyers like that. And if he loses, he's going to have to pay for hers, too.
Damn.
He better start taking any role he can get, right?
I just rather hire a hitman, bro. You can get a clean hit for $1 million.
Well, I guess he thinks he can just beat her and take her money, you know?
Oh, man.
When did you notice the censor start? You noticed it during the pandemic, right? That's when you noticed it.
So I've been noticing it a lot lately because I've been doing a lot of YouTube videos and, you know, and with TikTok. Like TikTok will straight like take my stuff down or they don't necessarily take it down. They'll mute it and be like violation of our community, whatever it is. Let me go. So what was that thing? That's why I don't really post on TikTok.
Yeah, they don't ban you. They'll just block it out, like black it out.
Yes. What does it say? Let me see what that thing said.
So I noticed that it was
community guidelines violation on like 3 or 4 of my videos.
What'd you say?
I don't even remember because they blocked it. They muted it. So it's like, shit, I don't even remember what I said. I mean, I know it's probably crazy, but it wasn't that. It's not like I told somebody to go kill somebody.
Now, when did you notice it as a comedian?
Probably right before the pandemic. People were hella sensitive.
And then the first one they hit was Joe Rogan, right? When they chopped up all his videos over a decade.
A couple months ago.
Yeah, that was the first one, right? That was the first like hit where he was bringing in all the medical.
Chappelle was before that.
Chappelle was first? Okay, so Chappelle was first. They took the Netflix, took pieces of it. And what did he say, you think?
Well,
what do you think he
anything.
said that
he
made that happen?
He actually proved the point that those people just, when they came at him, they actually proved his point. Because he was, you know, basically saying exactly what they were going to do, and they came out and exactly did that. And he was like, you didn't listen to shit I said. You didn't listen to a damn thing I said. You couldn't have, because you just came out here and proved what I said. And it's like, for me also, it's like, be trans. Be whatever the fuck you want to be. I don't give a goddamn. But why do people have to treat you like you're special? Why do we have to treat you like you have paper skin, like we can't touch you, like we can't say anything? Like nobody's excluded in jokes. Nobody.
I don't get it.
Black people get it. White people get it. Fat people get it. Skinny people get it. Ugly people get it. Pretty people get it. Why are you excluded? You want to be accepted, so you get these equal opportunity jokes.
That's a great way to put it. You want to be accepted, so it's equal to you just like it is to everybody else. That is a great way to put it, David.
How does me making jokes about a trans person encourage violence?
And how is that any different than me making fun of a fat person, skinny person, beautiful person, ugly person? What's the difference?
Exactly.
It's a joke. And if you would have, and if the people that went after Dave, which you know they already knew, but in that joke that I think that they attacked him for, he circled back around and made fun of himself. So he made fun of the gay, he made fun of the trans, and then he came back around and made fun of himself. But they didn't mention the fact that like the kick line of the joke was him making fun of himself.
Absolutely. And then, you know, there's a lot of conspiracy theorists on the guy who came out to attack him the other day. And they're like, you know, a lot of people are saying, oh, the LGBTQ is behind that. They sent, you know, a youngster out there to try to, you know, silence Dave Chappelle. Because they're like, how did he slip through security with a fake gun with a knife on it? And I'm like,
see, I think you got to go back. And, you know, Rob thought, oh, you should give Will a second chance. But I saw the writing on the wall. They hit Chappelle, then they cut up Rogan, made him look like a racist over a 10-year period because, in my opinion, it was because he was bringing on medical doctors.
absolutely.
That were telling the way it is, just like they did to Tig. He can't even get his own fucking book because he wrote that book on those guys in Benghazi to tell the families what really happened because they were lying about what happened to the guy that died. They took the book off the New York Times bestseller so nobody could get it. The movie 13 Hours comes out. Heavy hitters in the movie. It was #1 in the box office. After 1 week, they pulled it because they were telling the truth. And the whole point, and they fuck with Tig like they do Bob Lazar and these other people that come out.
Right.
I mean, they fuck with him. They try to arrest him 4 or 5 times over shit. He wasn't even at the place. And this is a guy that went and fought for us. You know what I mean? And they're attacking him because he just wanted the 4 guys that lived.
Right.
He just wanted the families to know what really happened, that he wasn't on that roof and got hit. You know, they had all the armor they needed. It wasn't that. You know, they didn't have any communication. They're running from one building to another. Fucking shit happened.
Right.
You know? So, you know, the truth never comes out. But what I had said to Rob was, dude, now people are going to think it's okay because Will Smith goes up there, whether it's fake, not fake, whatever you think, it looked real, no matter what.
Right.
Then he sits back down, runs his mouth, and nothing happens to him. So now that sets a standard in comedy
100%.
that's okay to do. Because if Will Smith can do it, now I can do it.
Right.
Right? Now, do you think that was 100% real?
Absolutely.
You think it was because his girl's getting too much of that dick? And he's got to sit. What did he do that? He's got to sit and watch that shit.
Yeah, I just think, you know, Will Smith is a cuck. You know, very beta male, you know, and they just don't have a natural order in their house. I think, you know, the wife runs the house, you know, the kids are, you know, all weird. And, you know, they showed that letter that Willow wrote to Tupac when she was a youngster. And, you know, even Jaden was saying he wanted to cut his penis off because so it's like, we don't know what goes on in that house, you know. Obviously, it's a little weird because now it's spilling over to us. So, I mean, imagine how much they try to keep under wraps, you know. So, those Hollywood situationships are just difficult, man.
What did he do or did they all, because you know, like they kept denying the open relationship and this and that. Well, they kept denying it, but you know it's open.
Yeah, I mean, maybe it's not open for him.
I don't see. I think he got caught.
Maybe it's just a one-way door.
I think it's a one-way door. Remember, there was a whole thing about her hitting off Mark Anthony, Jennifer Lopez's ex-husband. Supposedly she hit him off and a few other ones. I think because she went on Oprah or something like Oprah and was like, she went on fucking Howard Stern of all places.
Jada?
Yeah. And she was like, I can't, there's no way a man isn't going to be attracted or look at other women, but acting on it is a different thing. So I think she's got the pants. I think he probably did 1 or 2 things while they were, because they've been together since like Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Right.
Maybe he did 100 things, however many, but now he's got to sit while she goes and does her thing. But I think him doing that set a fucking, they should have taken him out and arrested his ass. Don't you think?
Isn't he banned for like 10 years?
Yeah, but let's see if he's really banned for 10 years. That's how you'll know if it's real or not.
Right.
I mean, I agree with you. I think it's 100% real too. At first I didn't, because Rock's head went back like way too crazy. He kind of like, I don't know.
The reason I feel like it's real is because I know Chris Rock's brothers and they were furious.
Oh, they were?
And then it's like for Chris Rock to get slapped, like what does he gain?
Nothing. Well, they get ratings. That was kind of the thing. But for Will Smith to risk his fucking career for the Oscars? How much could they possibly pay him to get them ratings?
Not enough.
But you could see why people think it was fake. One, it looked fake because of the way Rock moved his head. Then he went back, but he didn't. I don't know. He didn't go all the way.
When I went back and watched it, man, and I saw Chris Rock's reaction, like, I felt so bad for him.
Yeah.
Like, he didn't know what to do. He was just standing there kind of lost. Like, damn, this dude really just slapped the shit out of me, and I'm not that kind of guy to fight him back. Like, bro, if that had been me, like, half of the Oscars, whatever Academy Award that would have been fucked up.
Now, when Will got on that stage, do you think Chris knew what was coming?
No.
What do you think what do you think was going through his mind?
Bro, it almost looked like a joke.
Like, it was like a whole, like, you think Chris thought, like, he was going to come up and joke with him?
Because I was like, wow, Will Smith is coming on stage. Oh, wow, Will Smith just slapped the shit out of him. Like, I don't think he expected that.
Play that clip. It's 2 at the bottom. We've all seen it 100,000 times, but you can never watch it enough to try to, like, right?
To make sense of it.
Yeah, all right. Play this, EK. All right.
Jada, I love you. G.I. Jane 2, can't wait to see it. All right?
Now, pause this. Now, what was so bad about G.I. Jane 2? Because of her hair, I know.
Yeah.
But that's that big of a...
I don't think that warrants a slap. Because you're sitting there laughing.
Right. Because right there, she's smiling, he's smiling. And
she has like a...
But she's not like, I want to kill this motherfucker look.
But they also said it stemmed from... something that happened with Chris Rock and Jada a few years prior at the Oscars.
Oh, shit. We'll hear 1,000 stories.
Right.
All right, hit play.
That was a nice one. Okay. I'm out here. Uh-oh, Richard.
Oh,
wow.
that was...
Wow. Will Smith just smacked the shit out of me. Wow, dude. Yeah. It was a G.I. Jane joke.
Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth.
I'm going to, okay?
Yeah, Chris, I feel so bad for him right here.
Like, what the
look
fuck?
how he's like that's that. I'm going to, like, you just submitted to the other man. Like,
I hope Chris Rock destroys him every show he does for the next decade. Now, how do you feel about Will Smith as a comedian, other than the new word that I never heard before?
He's not a comedian.
Well, no. I'm saying, how do you feel about Will Smith as you being a comedian? How do you feel about Will Smith?
I don't. I like Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, but that's about it. I would have beat his ass. I would have literally, like, tackled him off the stage.
I can't believe I didn't arrest him.
No, we would have got arrested. That's how bad it would have been. We would have got arrested.
Yeah.
Period. Like, that's...
Now, after this happened, what is the comedy group thinking? You know, you and all your guys, Ari, Brandon, all the guys you run with.
I think...
Because now you got Rogan, you got Chappelle, and now you got Will. We're not even at the new Chappelle.
I think me and the guys I roll with are, like, want somebody to roll on stage.
Oh, so you guys aren't changing anything.
We all fighters, bro. Like, we get down.
You think Rock will change the way he does things?
No. He better not.
No, but I mean, do you think he will?
No.
He'll stay the same?
Yeah. Hopefully.
Yeah.
There's no reason to change.
Well, he doesn't want to get hit on stage again. See, my concern is that...
But see, that's the Oscars. Like, Rock does arenas. It's not like the Hollywood Bowl is more accessible than, like, getting on stage at an arena.
So what is the Hollywood Bowl? So paint this picture for me. What the hell this is?
The Hollywood Bowl is literally a bowl. It's right below the canyon, the Hollywood Hills, like right off the canyons. It's by the 101 freeway. It's right before Hollywood Boulevard. It's just an area that's like this where it sits down. There's an amphitheater, so there's the big outdoor stage, and there's like cement seats, and it goes up.
So it's not that. Like, how many people can get in there?
Lots, probably thousands. Can you see how many people the Hollywood Bowl hold?
Go to Google, and it's called the Hollywood Bowl in Cali.
Yeah, I'd probably say 3,000.
Well, what I had heard was that when you do that, there's security on the corners, like your big guys are on the corners. And then in the front there, you have the security with like the yellow jackets on and shit.
Yeah, but those motherfuckers get paid like 14, 15. They don't give a fuck.
Right, but what they were saying in this situation was that the heavy hitters on the corners that were supposed to be watching got too into the show.
Look how many people it holds. 17,000.
Holy fuck.
I was way off. I was way off.
Today, Hollywood Bowl capacity, 17,500. Holy shit.
I was way off. Yeah, I've been there before. There's a lot of people.
Okay, so there's a lot of people.
After it's more than 1,000, I don't know.
Play tab 3 at the bottom, the slide with Chappelle. Now, he's going out there, and there comes the guy. Paul's at. Now, shouldn't there be somebody? Wow. Now, look at that, Dave. What do you think about that? Shouldn't there be 1,000 security right there?
See, I've seen many acts, Kanye, and honestly, if I wanted to get on stage, I would have got on stage. Just point blank period at the Hollywood Bowl.
It would have been easy.
Yeah, if I want to get on stage, I'm a big guy. Like, no, like if you want to do something, you're gonna do it. Like that motherfucker was strategic. He probably waited till those bitches like turn their back, and because the Hollywood Bowl doesn't sit up that high from the audience like most like big, large performance areas. It's more like eye line.
But wouldn't you think, because what happened with Rock just happened, Will Smith, Chappelle with the Netflix, Rogan with the cut-up, wouldn't you think the security would be out the ass, especially at this?
Nah.
No? All right. Hit play, EK. He didn't get him that good. Dave
Chappelle didn't even... Oh, he did fall. Oh.
It took him a minute to go down, though.
Wait, I gotta see this.
They back there stomping this shit.
God, that was clumsy. He's back there getting stomped.
You said he's back there getting stomped?
Bro, like he got stomped by millionaires. Busta Rhymes. Dave Chappelle's...
I heard Busta Rhymes broke his fucking arm.
Bro, that dude look horrible.
Busta Rhymes is jacked. You seen him lately?
Yeah.
He's like 300 pounds of muscle, 6'6".
He's big. He's big and monstrous.
Now, where we're at now, after... Really, Dave? The phone?
Sorry.
Every time.
My daughter.
Oh, okay. That's okay. Text your daughter.
Yeah, she FaceTimed me. I told her I'd call back later.
Oh, okay. Now, after this happens, still nobody has any hesitation when they... You don't think Chappelle's going to hesitate? He took it pretty well at the end.
He's a real comedian.
That's the thing.
It's kind of like... What... Comedy brings joy to so many people, and especially depressed people, that I can see the infatuation. This motherfucker, more along the line, more so than I'd say somebody who wanted to harm Dave Chappelle, I say he was like one of those people that were like really infatuated with him. Because like I was reading some articles today, like he had a song named after Dave Chappelle.
This guy here?
Yeah.
You know what they did to him? They gave him $30,000 bail, which is 3, and no felony. So he's not charged with a felony.
Yeah,
$3,000 bail.
That's that gay shit, bro. That fucking Gaskin, they were like, oh, he didn't commit a crime with the weapon, so it's not an assault with deadly weapon. It's just battery.
Can you imagine this? 3 years ago, you're at a concert. Somebody runs up on the stage, tackles whoever, right? Like, celebrity. I mean, who's bigger than Dave Chappelle right now in the comedian world? Who's bigger than him? Nobody. Okay, so you tackle the biggest comedian, or let's just say singer. Say somebody goes and tackles like Taylor Swift, right? That motherfucker's going to jail for a minute. Am I right or am I wrong? 3 years ago, 100%.
Right.
But now, fucking probation.
Yeah.
And what that does is, just like the Will Smith, that gives the green light to these assholes to make a name for himself. So now when this guy's done and, he goes to court, guess what he's going to do? Right. Go do interviews.
Right.
Make money.
Why'd you tackle Dave Chappelle? Right.
And they'll pay him out the ass to come on. Who wouldn't? as
Right.
far as the ratings, right?
He'll make a quick $6,000. I mean, 6 figures just from
that.
doing, yeah.
So he jumps up there. He pays $3,000 bail. Lawyer makes a plea deal, gets probation. He'll make a couple $100,000 doing interviewing, get his name out there.
Right.
His TikTok will be millions and everything else. Do you see a day before the metaverse kicks in that you guys are doing comedy virtually just because it's too violent at the moment? I mean, I think everything runs in cycles. You know what I mean?
I'm part owner of a cryptocurrency comedy club that's in the metaverse, but it's not because I feel like it's too violent. I don't feel like it's too violent. Like,
not you, but in general, can you see a lot of comedians going to virtual where you watch it on, like where it's all like a Netflix fucking thing where they stream it?
not real comedians.
I agree with you because it's not real if you're not there.
Fucking pansy comedians.
Yeah.
I guarantee you Joe Rogan will never go virtual.
You think, and Chappelle won't either,
No,
right?
David Lucas will never go
Oh,
virtual.
I know you won't.
No,
I know that.
bro. No, not the good ones won't go virtual.
But, you know, with that metaverse, it's good that you're doing what you're doing because you can't deny it,
Mhm.
right? I couldn't understand it. I had 3 or 4 people on, or there's W1, W2, W3 shit, all this crazy shit that's going on.
Right.
Probably within 5 years, you're going to put glasses on and I'm going to be at your show. And you're going to be at your house with your wife
You know what's
doing your
crazy?
show.
I actually have an idea where
Don't tell nobody that you don't want to take the motherfucker.
they're already doing it. But I want to be the first comedian that can be like performing in America and they project my hologram live like at another venue.
It's common.
You know,
They probably already have.
not charge as much as a live performance, but still, you know.
It will start with the metaverse where you put the glasses on, you're at the game, you're at the fight,
Mm-hmm.
you're at the improv, whatever, and then it will go to that hologram shit where you could be at home and you're in your little metaverse with your background that you pick at the
It will get
stage.
paid because, you know, in order to gain access to that, yeah.
Oh yeah, it will be like a pay-per-view type of thing. But with the glasses on, it will actually feel like you're there, and with your glasses on, it will actually feel like you have the audience in the stands.
Have you did that VR stuff?
I haven't. I don't like the fucking glasses. Look, I just don't like them. But
What's it called? The Oculus?
Oculus, yeah, I feel like
I haven't
I'm.
did that shit either.
Have you ever messed with the Oculus glasses at all?
No, I haven't actually. No, I see a lot of people at like even at the malls. They have like their own arcade
Yeah.
section thing now.
Have you messed with it?
No.
Your boy does, though, right?
Who?
Brian's got to.
Redman? Yeah.
Redman, he's got to be
Yeah,
playing.
he lives more in the VR world than he does in the real world.
Does he?
Yeah, if you want him on a podcast, tell him it's VR.
Thomas, I'd like to know about
Let's
it.
do a
I
VR
mean,
podcast, bro.
I do think it's gonna turn into that. I think it's undeniable because Apple's gonna come out with glasses, right? We all know that. They're waiting to perfect them. Then they'll have their own metaverse, and that whole ecosystem
Right.
Apple will have.
But you still like that's why I feel like live performances will never die. Like, but it's like when you see a comic shoot a special, you know, only like 60% translates. You lose 40% just not seeing it live.
And plus, when I watch it, then I want to go to it live.
Right.
Right. So for me, Dave, if you only know the metaverse, so like this next generation coming up, so say 10 years from now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Imagine where you'll be 10 years. You know, you're going to be pretty moving around.
Right.
Well, in 10 years, all these kids are going to know is the metaverse. They're not even going to know what the fuck a live performance is.
Yeah,
Seriously. I mean, think how fast shit's moving. So you kind of got to adjust to it. I don't think the live will ever go away, but I think it will go down to a minimum and then eventually go away.
You think so?
Maybe like one a year. It will be like one big thing because you have to think people are lazy, right? It's just the reality.
Right.
They're lazy.
Right.
If you can put glasses on, sit at home and I could pay $30, $50, $100 to see your show, or I can get in a fucking plane, fly all the way to California to see you. You know, if you have kids or whatever, you need a babysitter. If you got dogs, you need someone to go watch the dogs. I'm flying all the way to see Big David Lucas in 10 years. He's at the top, right? Then I got to fly all the way back with the 3-hour change difference and everything else, Or I could spend $120. I can order some tacos and French fries, put my gay glasses on, or my weird-looking glasses on, and I could feel like I'm right fucking there. What do you think people are going to do? Now, me, I would rather fly and be there personally. That's why I don't do Zoom or Skype or any of this shit with the podcast, because there's no...
I hate it.
I hate it.
I don't do those.
I've done 2 and I won't do another one unless it's something crazy where it's, you know, worth it to do it. Like, worth it.
I was offered, you know, good money during the quarantine, but I'm like, man, I don't really... You lose it. I don't really do that Zoom shit, man. Like, you got to get me in person. So just wait until you know, where you need me to be. And
it's horrible because, especially with comedy, imagine trying to do a comedy set on Zoom, and then you have imagine right when you're about to hit, Dave, the fucking thing delays, and you know it delays every time. So you're building up for 20, 30 seconds,
and you miss it.
The punchline comes and the screen stops.
A nanosecond can change a joke.
And that would throw your whole thing off.
Yeah. So, yeah. Yeah, I hope we don't stray away from live performances.
So what did you build that you didn't get into yet? You built a metaverse for the comedy club?
Mm-hmm.
How the hell did you do that?
I didn't do it. I just invested in it.
With blockchain?
These geeks.
With the blockchain shit?
Weirdo. Yeah, whatever it is. I did it. I'm part owner of a cryptocurrency virtual comedy club.
Does he even know what he's a part owner of?
No.
He has no idea, does he?
I just know I put money in it.
Why are you calling me about these things? What are you talking? You don't even know what you put money in, Dave.
Let me see, where is it at? Let me see if I can find it right quick.
So you put money in a metaverse that's a comedy club, and you don't know what it is. That's good. That's good. It's good, Dave. While Dave plays on his phone.
No, I'm trying to find
Does he play on his phone at home all the time? More than you?
There it is.
That's. Oh shit.
Yeah. Anybody else from the hood? And people will be able to, you know, it'll sit there and it'll look like you're.
That's the thing you did? I'm gonna airdrop that thing so we can play. You'll see this pop up. So explain what this is. Well,
it's a VR comedy club.
It comes up.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
I'm from the hood.
That's me.
Anybody else from the hood?
That is you.
I knew I was from the hood because my mom bought us the hood version of Monopoly. And every space on Monopoly was go to jail. In hood Monopoly, you start off with a light bill in your name, you know? Like, damn, I just started playing. How the fuck I owe $1,200 already?
Yeah, bro. Crypto Comedy Club, big dog.
You can't buy shit in hood Monopoly. You can only rent.
CryptoComedyClub.io.
Yeah, man.
That's great. But that's what it's going to be like. But you're going to have glasses on. You'll have yours on. And everybody else is going to be.
And it's all going to be pre-recorded, so the comedian don't even have to be there. They can just send us a voice of their, you know, like set.
Yeah, because you're just like a voiceover, like a animated film type thing, right? Yeah. That's fucking cool. It's a good idea. Even though you don't know what you got yourself into, it's a good idea.
Not at all. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
Now, with the gas prices, fuel prices, everything going up, how has that affected traveling on the road, the tours? It doesn't affect it at all?
Get shit done.
Do you up the prices?
Yeah.
You have to, right? Just like everything else.
Everything up. Merch is up.
Well, how much percentage does shit go up for you guys?
I went up $5 on merch
not bad.
to cover, you know.
What about the clubs? Are they changed too?
Well, I mean, I always do door deals with clubs. You never take a flat rate because you'll get fucked, man. You know, like last night, if I would have took that fucking stupid deal the guy was trying to give me, I would have got fucked out of probably $1,000.
So what's the difference between a door deal and a flat deal?
I mean, you know, so a flat rate might be like, we're going to bring you here for the weekend. You're going to do 5 shows. We'll give you $15,000. But, you know, if you do 2 shows on a Friday, you can make $15,000 in 2 shows. Then all the money you make on Saturday is just extra. Giving, you can sell tickets. Now, where the flat rate comes to play is if, you know, you can't sell tickets, then, you know, got your guaranteed money. But, I mean, you know, if I do a 300-seater and we selling tickets at $25 to $30. I mean, you do that math. That's
What percentage do they usually give?
80-20.
Club gets 80, you get 20?
No, I get 80.
You get fucking 80? Wow, they fucking pay good.
Because they get liquor.
And that's where they make the money.
Yeah, bro. They're doing, like last night I was doing the math, and I'm like, when I get bigger, I'm going to start doing 90-10. Because it's like, bro, like I did like 170 last night. And, everybody has to buy 2 drinks.
That's right.
So you figure $30 per table, which is probably more. So I'm just averaging $30 times 170. You're looking at what, $5,100?
So let's say the average is 50 a table, because you always get something to eat with it, right?
So 50 times 170, that's $8,500
Just right there on one.
on one show.
And then if you did another one, now you're at 16.
They're making $16,000 in alcohol and food sales.
Right.
They can give me the full door.
So they're praying that you take that 15 in that scenario.
Yeah.
Because then they got you all weekend. They pay one day pays their capital and the rest. But if you go buy ticket, that's what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
So if you can't sell tickets and the club doesn't know, take the flat rate, right?
Yeah.
If you can sell tickets, fuck the flat rate. And believe in yourself and you make a shit ton more.
Absolutely, man.
That's interesting how that shit works. I thought it was like a set rate, who it is, who goes first, who goes second.
No, my rate goes up like once a month.
Good.
Every time I get a mention from Rogan or I do something else, I'm like, oh, that's another $500.
Whenever you hear him say your name, you're like, okay, add 500.
Yeah, oh, bro, Rogan mentioned my name and got me like 5 shows. Bro, I'm booked the rest of the year.
Good for you. Good for you.
It's getting to the point now where I got to turn down dates, which is always a good thing.
Yeah.
Like, I'll come in 2023, bro. I have no room for 2022 at all.
Now, you still have no manager, right?
Fired everybody.
Everybody. And then everything changed.
I got a new lady who wants me.
I was telling him that ever since you lost your manager, good, bad, whatever, just didn't work out for you.
Up.
Your whole shit changed.
Yeah, absolutely.
I even had said to him, I'd be like, Dave, why are you all around for 3 months and then you just the fuck appear? And you're like, and I thought you were just fucking off. And then you get rid of your manager and boom, you're fucking everywhere.
I got a gig with Louis C.K. with no manager.
He's got none either? Louis doesn't have a manager either?
No, I said I got a gig with Louis C.K. with no manager.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, because then you got nobody on the Y. And the other thing is, nobody can
and
do
I'm
it.
taking 100% of my money.
There you go.
So my girl's like, do I hear new bag?
Uh-oh.
I'll take that 10%. I can find something with that 10%.
So they'll be at the 10% is what you're saying.
Well, she sells my merch, so every time she sells merch, I break her off.
Yeah. And what else are you going to get into?
Who knows?
So many things now.
I'm doing real estate.
You're doing real estate. Where the hell are you doing real estate at?
Georgia. We got a few houses. Yeah.
What's the market like in Georgia?
Hot.
Like crazy like here where everything's double?
Almost. Like I just bought a house for like $22,000 and put another like 20-30 in it, and I'm gonna sell it for like $130,000.
Oh, you're flipping them.
Yeah. I don't want to be no fucking landlord. Don't call me and tell me your toilet's plugged up, because I don't give a fuck. I'm in L.A. All right, bitch. It's fucking 3:30 over here. I'm about to go get lunch.
No, you got to get a property manager.
Yeah.
You're the landlord, but you don't do shit.
Right.
You just get somebody for $10 an hour, $8 an hour to be property manager. They deal with all the shit, and unless it's on fire, don't call me. Oh, you're in real estate,
That's
huh?
how I feel.
A lot of people are in real estate.
Mm-hmm.
The market's so fucking high.
And I mean, it's kind of idiotic. You can't lose real estate. You buy a house and you can't sell it, just rent it out.
Yeah. But now you can, because it's so high.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, so I go for the shittiest houses.
Well, that's the way to go, because you're not putting as much money in, and then you could take your time with it to get out. I know people that are killing with that Airbnb. You see a lot of people that Airbnb, they're buying this shit up, cash deals, and they're just Airbnb the hell out of it.
Well, even Marines are now, like in my unit, they're trying to get on board with the same thing.
Shit.
Airbnb. It's the biggest thing right now.
That's what they're doing. These big ballers are coming in, and say a house is $600K. They're coming in with $750 cash to buy out everybody. $750 cash, boom. House on the market 2 years ago was $380. Now the asking price is $600. These guys are coming in $125K over asking price. That's already $200K over what it was 2 years ago, and paying cash.
And then they'll sell it to me next year for $300,000 cheaper.
Or they keep it, Airbnb the hell out of it, and make a ton.
Yeah. See, that's like, I was talking to my realtor, and I said, like, I'm not in a rush, but I want a house. So we can wait till the end of the year till this shit bottom out a little bit, mellow out. But I told her, like, the other day we went to go view a house on the lake, $440,000 in Georgia. It's appraised for $289,000, and I'm like, I'm not paying $100-something grand over what it's valued for. What fucking sense does that make?
Well, that's what everything is.
My bank won't even cover that.
That's what everything is right now.
And I don't got $440 cash.
Yeah, got to talk to your guy.
Because the other night when I was telling her I said, you can put this offer in. And she's like, I think we need to put our highest offer in. And I looked today and the house is still not under contract.
I could put the offer in. Work harder. It's not going to go down, dude. What do you think, it's going to go down by the end of the year? Hell no. What in the world makes you think that?
I feel it.
What? You got an election coming up. It's not going to go down that. And inflation is at an all-time high.
I feel it, man. I feel it. I feel it in my bones.
Okay, when do you think the prices in the housing market will go down? If you had a guess, how long would you say?
Not anytime soon.
How long?
A few years.
He does it all day. He does all this shit around here.
In Georgia?
I don't know Georgia's market, but I know Florida.
Could be.
I mean, Florida's more appealing. Georgia's not that fucking appealing.
So maybe 2 years.
But how's taxes and everything with Georgia?
It's all right, but you got to look at jobs too. There's not many opportunities. I got a cheat code because I'll always keep an apartment in LA, and I'll have my house in Georgia where my mortgage is $2,000 a month, and I got a fucking 6 bedroom, 4 bathroom, and motherfuckers in my neighborhood is like, how does this black guy with neck tattoos live in my fucking neighborhood?
Well, you figure if you go broke, you just go back to LA and fuck the house in Georgia.
At the end of the day, but I'll never go broke.
No, I'm just
Are
saying.
businesses over there, or
Huh?
are major corporations moving to Georgia, or no?
No, that's the thing.
That's why he wants to go there, because there's nobody there to bug him. It's cheaper.
My mom's there.
Oh, your mom's there too?
Yeah.
That'd be good for you to go.
Yeah.
So, and you're closer here, so.
Yeah, of course. I'll be down here every 2 weeks.
Yeah,
We'll be eating downstairs and doing a podcast every fucking 2
Georgia
weeks.
ain't bad.
We drove down here.
Yeah. Fuck
7 hours to Naples, then 2 hours over here from Naples.
Naples. For some reason, when I drive from Naples over here, it just seems like forever.
It's horrible because you're not on the freeway for half of it.
Yeah, you're on that damn 60, right?
Whatever that is.
I think is that Alligator Alley?
Alligator Alley.
That's where if you get, I'm surprised you even take that. I'm surprised he takes that road, because if you get a flat tire, you're done.
You're done.
You got no cell reception, buddy.
Yeah, there's no cell service.
You're done. You're sitting there.
And we rode through a panther, crossing for 6 miles, and I'm like.
And then there's a big ass jail right there in the middle of it. It's like a fucking monster jail.
Yeah, what was in my head? The last thing I was in my head, I was telling her, I was like, the last thing I want to fucking do is get a flat tire and get attacked by a fucking panther
or an alligator, for Christ's sake.
I can beat an alligator off with the tire wrench.
You're gonna be an alligator off with a tire wrench.
So what I would probably do, I know it sounds fucked up, but
what would you do if an alligator came after you? You're out of
the
the car. You're puffing the vape.
hit him
With what?
with the tire wrench, with the thing. What's it called?
The lug wrench?
Lug wrench.
And then he eats it and swallows it like it's nothing. Then what?
Poke his eye out.
You're going to go pull his eye out.
Shoot him. I'm gonna do what I gotta do.
You're going to pull his eye out like when you're in his mouth and just reach up and pull it out?
When I see him coming, because good thing alligators are not that fast on land, I shoot him.
Yeah, I was just going to say, why don't you take that thing out and pop it and have alligator for dinner?
Right. The one that was scary is the panther.
Fuck that. It's too quick.
I know it sounds fucked up, but I would tell her it's best for our safety. Like, you change the tire, I watch your back.
It really would be in that particular situation.
Right?
Yeah, there's all kinds of crazy
Right.
shit out there. Yeah.
Why would I change the tire, be in a vulnerable position, and then you can't fight shit off?
Yeah, what are you gonna do? Hey, honey, there's a panther, an alligator, and we didn't know that there was bears here in Florida, but honey, there's a big fucking bear over there.
And an anaconda.
and you're like, hold on, babe, I got one more lug nut to put on.
So she should change the tire.
I guess you're gonna be changing the tire.
Yeah, I'll coach you through it while I scan the. All right, babe. We're good for the next 30 seconds.
You got your fucking night vision goggles on and
Rough,
shit. I could actually see you doing that.
Yeah.
And actually, I would too. Fuck that, man. I don't play with those motherfuckers. They'll eat your ass alive.
I don't fuck with wild animals because there's no reasoning with a wild animal. You can't say like, "Hey, I'm not here to hurt you. I'm just changing the tire." They're like, it's like, oh shit. Man.
That's what Mike Tyson was saying. You know, he had a bunch of lions and tigers and all that shit. And at a certain age, it doesn't matter. You got to remember that they're not meant to be house pets.
What is it like when a chimp turns 3? You have to get rid of them.
Yeah, 3 or 4, you got to rid of them because they can take their hands, and they might just be playing. You know, they don't understand.
And rip your goddamn face off.
Fucking god, literally take you. I've seen it. It's a disgusting video. I didn't know that the guy was gonna do it. They'll take the hand and they're playing. They got a fucking banana. They're just jumping around. He sees you go eat a banana. He goes, grabs it, misses it, goes like this. Dave goes like this. Whole fucking face comes off. It'll make you throw up. Disgusting. They're nuts. But fuck that. I mean, that's one thing. But Tyson to sleep with his lion till it was 5 and then get a tiger. But he knew how to handle him. He's actually really fucking smart.
Yeah, he is.
I went to go meet him, and the fucking guy was holding for me. Didn't give him enough fucking weed.
Damn.
Drove to Tampa, cracked the windshield, and he called Bobby Ches. Said, "I'm out of weed. I'm leaving." Mike Tyson does what Mike Tyson wants. You know he's gonna fight Logan Paul, the Disney dude.
Yeah, I don't want to see that shit.
That guy's gonna have a really bad headache.
Yeah. I don't want to see it, man.
Why?
Tyson's old. That boy's young,
And what? Whoa. Have you seen Tyson spar lately?
of course, but the boy got a little bit of power.
Tyson's hitting after 8 rounds of sparring. You know, I can hit the thing and it tells you how hard. 90 pounds.
Nice.
That's like a 90-pound dumbbell coming at your head.
Right.
You think that guy's gonna be able to handle that?
No.
I know Mike Tyson can handle his punches.
Yeah.
He's fucking crazy, and he's jacked.
Yes, he is.
You know, that guy's nuts. I don't care how much would it cost for you to go in with Tyson. You got to remember, you're not going to come out there the same way you went in. He's not going to go easy on you. He's going to give you everything he's got.
I need a year preparation, and I do 4 rounds for $1 million.
You're nuts. Would you let him do that for $1 million?
4 2-minute rounds.
4 2-minute rounds. Well, you don't worry about 4 rounds. Maybe 30 seconds.
Maybe 1.5, 2. My girl said $5 million.
Maybe 5. Because you're not going to go in there the same way.
$3 million up front.
$3 million up front, 2 on the back end.
Yeah.
But you got to take a full. He's going to give you everything he's got. No, I want 20.
20.
Yeah, because you got to take me to Germany. You got to take me to Portugal and get my fucking brain fixed after that shit. Because it's going to be like, it's going to be glued to my fucking skull.
I'd run for a whole minute. I'd get in the best cardio shape of my life so I could just backpedal for a whole minute, tire him out. I'd strictly hire a boxer to teach me defense.
Floyd Mayweather's the best defensive boxer on the planet.
Yeah, teach me how to slip. I say, teach me how to slip. When I'm slipping, I'll catch him with a good one.
Ask Floyd if you'd fight Tyson.
Hell no.
If he's not willing to go in the ring, I don't think it's a good idea for you to go in for anything less than $20 million.
Yeah.
How much would it cost for you to take Tyson, and you know he's going 100% at your ass? You're walking in and you're not walking out the same. How much?
I'll say 10.
10 million?
10 million.
I'm sticking my 20. How about you? I'm kind of on her side with that. You're not coming out the same.
I'll probably take one little hit and.
That's funny how people say that because it ain't going to be one little hit. If the guy's hitting at 90 pounds after 8 rounds of sparring, imagine him fresh.
If he jabbed me, I'd fall down.
That would be the way to do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just try to guard in the first little tap. Right. I like have somebody, you know, they just pray, right? Okay, down. You know who could have been really good was Lennox Lewis. You remember him?
Yeah.
He fucked that up with that Hollywood shit.
London motherfucker.
He had that reach.
He had a hook from hell.
Yep, but he got into that fucking Hollywood shit, right? That's what killed him.
Dave Way. What was it? Dave Way?
I think it was Dave. It was the worst fight I've ever seen. Dave Way, right?
Was that his name? Dave Way? Is that a boxer?
Yeah.
Is it Dave Way?
Yeah, that's who it is. Okay. Yeah. Who beat him? Bernard Hopkins was a monster, too.
Bernard Hopkins.
He was
They
a
found
monster.
out he could fight in prison.
Mm-hmm. How about that one?
Bernard Hopkins. I love Triple G.
Triple G.
That's a motherfucker I wouldn't. I think I'd be more scared of Triple G than I would Mike Tyson.
No way. Tyson, I just got that fear on Tyson.
Dave Allen. No,
Dave,
is that him? From overseas?
It might be. Yeah. White Rhino.
Scroll down.
I think so.
No, he's black.
I don't know.
Dave Hay. That's what it is.
Dave Hay. Haye. Yep. Yeah. Fucking crazy.
The best boxer right now, I like Shakur Stevenson. I like, of course, I like, what's that motherfucker from Baltimore?
I don't know. Baltimore.
Gervonta Davis.
Gervonta Davis.
Tank. Yeah, he's
actually about to fight too.
Yeah, he's about to fight. He might kill that boy. Romero, wasn't it?
Rolly Romero.
Yeah, what was that? May 26th, 25th?
See when that fight is.
May 25th. You want to go?
Yeah.
Tickets are not that bad.
Nah.
Barclays, I believe.
Yeah.
Canelo's fighting too.
He's a
Canelo fighting.
Yeah, I don't know.
He's the best boxer in my opinion right
Yeah, if Canelo might be he might be.
Yeah, but I need to see him fight like Bud. I need to see him fight like Errol Spence.
Yeah, because he hasn't fought anybody really serious. He fought
The
one
only person he's fought was Triple G.
That was the only real boxer he fought. Yeah.
I can't sit front row, but I can sit a few rows back.
Tickets are probably at the top. But you know, that's funny with the comedian shit. If you sit in the front row, whether it's the Oscars, the Improv, the joint down the street, if you're in the front row, you know you're going to get fucked with, right? So if you don't want to get fucked with, don't sit in the front row.
Period, point blank.
I sit in them, even when I go to your shit. You see where I was? In the corner in the back. Because I'm not trying to get hit. Now, if I wanted to get hit and have fun, I would go front, but I don't. Exactly. I just want to watch and observe and watch you make fun of other people. Yeah, but
that's a bad motherfucker. BJ Penn, I took a picture with.
Yeah, what is he? Governor of Hawaii?
He's trying to be.
He's a cool motherfucker.
Yeah, he is. But he's running as a Republican, and Hawaii has never had a Republican governor. He's not gonna win.
I wish he does. I wish he would. Though.
I would. Oh, you never.
You know what though? Trump asked him. If he comes out and says a word for him, that guy in there's some place that was really, really close and Trump backed him and the guy was down. Everyone Trump has backed here has won, has flipped it, but one guy and he's down only by a little bit. You think Trump wins in 2024, don't you?
No.
Don't you? What do you see happening in 2024?
I think in the next year or two we're going to see a Republican candidate come out that we didn't expect.
That we're not even talking about right now. And you think Trump will back him?
I think Trump Jr. is going to go. He has a great chance of winning. I really believe DeSantis. Abbott has a shot.
Maybe. I think Trump's going to run, and I think I think they already tested out Hillary because like she popped up a little bit, she disappeared. And
Bernie Sanders will never win.
No, but he'll run, so they pay him, so he drops out.
I actually got a joke about that. I'm like, I will never vote for Bernie Sanders because my tax dollars are not finna pay for you bitches to go to nursing school.
I mean, it's true. But you know what he does? He runs because he really, without like the bullshit mail-in votes, he would have given Trump a run for his money. Mm-hmm. He would have. So he gets up and he runs and he gets that paycheck every 4 years. They come in, hey, Bernie, all right, time to drop out now. Don't take our votes, motherfucker. How much this time, Bern? Well, last quarter, 4 years, the 4 years before, you only gave me $10 million. This is a big one here.
What did Bernie Sanders do before? What is he?
He's always just been.
How does he make money?
You got me. I know I know that he keeps running and running as a socialist. So for socialism, independent, whatever you want to call him, but really he's socialism.
Yes.
And then he always takes the Democratic votes. So the Democrats always pay him
the votes.
It goes all the way back to Bill Clinton. They paid him to drop out because he tells the people what they want to hear. I'm going to pay off your college loan. I'm going to pay off this. I'm going to give you this. Health care for everybody. Blah 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 blah. Well, Canada did health care for everybody. Look how that worked out. They're nice and fucked up. It didn't work.
Yeah, a lot of Canadians are not happy up there.
No, they're not real happy about that.
No.
But it sounds good. You know what I mean? And it sounds free.
In theory, just like, Obamacare sounded good.
I'm surprised that Rogan wanted. See, he said he would have voted for him or that he did vote for him.
Rogan?
Yeah, I'm surprised. I guess because he doesn't like either one.
I think Rogan's a true... What do you call a person in the middle?
Independent.
Independent. I think he's a true independent.
They use another word. What do they call there's another word.
Yeah, there's another term.
Like a bigger word than you and I use. We just use in the middle or independent, but it's like a libertarian maybe?
Yeah, there we go, libertarian.
Is that the word, libertarian?
Yeah, he's a true libertarian because, he's...
And what does that mean?
They're whoever benefits them the most, that's who they vote for.
Oh. that individual person.
Right.
That's what a libertarian
It's not really I feel like that's how the whole thing should be. Like, we still have parties in 2022.
I think we should all be like that. Vote for who the fuck you want.
Yeah, stop voting just because you're a Democrat. Stop voting just because you're a fucking Republican.
Why do you think they have? Why do they have the red and the white? Why not just have everybody run who wants to run, and then you go?
It's part of America's whole ploy,
Control.
We actually profit off of division.
Yeah.
Fortunately, unfortunately, we do.
Yeah, very true. What'd you think about the vaccine and that whole shit? I didn't see you after. I saw you. The pandemic was just popping around kind of when you came.
Yeah, when I came to you the first time.
Because Cal was all about that vaccine, boy.
When I came to you the first time, we was out there with that COVID shit. But I mean, then we saw each other this past January. I mean, bro, today they just pulled the Johnson & Johnson vaccine because of blood clots. Mm-hmm. So it's like, man, it's experimental cocktails for everybody. And then there was a video I follow, Officer Tatum, where Barack Obama admitted that in a speech, he kind of admitted that the vaccine was a trial. The whole giving everybody the vaccine was a trial.
Well, he knew that what news was about to come out, so he had to jump on that train. Now how do you think, how is Fauci going to play this card? Because now you got the FDA coming out saying, look, the fucking vaccine's causing blood clots, pull it. Then they're going to pull Pfizer. Pfizer's even worse. It's worse than that one.
Well, I mean, you saw where a lot of those kids are starting to have liver disease.
Yeah. What's happening is they're getting liver disease, and women are getting menopause at 30, 35 years old.
They're becoming infertile.
And then women that already went through menopause are starting to bleed again. Mm. And men is starting to fuck with their testicles. They're getting small.
Yeah, bro. We'll be like,
and this is just a couple months in, bro.
Yeah, my girl gonna have to accept it. I might be one of the only men that can repopulate Earth.
You didn't get the vax, right?
I don't really, can't really say.
Okay.
I mean,
just keep it that way. We'll let it that. I didn't personally.
I'll plead the fifth.
Plead the fifth. Yeah, I didn't. So my balls are good.
Yeah.
And whatever and I'm not gonna have another ear when you come back and see me. All of them though. Pfizer's supposed to be the worst, but they got more money. Johnson & Johnson and Moderna is causing blood clots and kidney failure. And the menopause bullshit. But, they had to push it out. But thankfully Malone came out of his little hut, that the guy who invented it, and said, look, I got the wrong data, don't take it. And then what's her name just got it. Is it AC? No, Pelosi got it.
Oh, yeah. Pelosi had COVID not too long ago.
And then she got a new pill that nobody can get that's like $1,000 a pill.
Yeah. So that's the
You saw that one?
what is that pill called? It's called fuck.
It starts with a P. It was Pelosi who got it, right?
Yeah. Or was it Kamala Harris?
I think it was Kamala Harris.
Who took the pill when she wasn't even that sick, and it was causing controversy.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't readily available for everybody else.
Right. It wasn't available for everybody. I don't even think it was FDA approved yet all the way, but she got it.
Yeah. I can't think of the name of it. But basically,
It was AOC, I think.
Basically, I think people were saying that that pill has like one molecule off from ivermectin.
Yeah.
When she got COVID, no, she actually didn't take the ivermectin. She's like, I don't know what that is.
It's been around for like ever and ever.
So I just let her be sick while I was over here not sick. And she's like, why are you not sick? It's not fair. You were around me. I was like, well, you didn't take the
shit works.
You didn't take the ivermectin, so the shit went haywire in your body.
Did you ever get it at all?
Yeah.
I didn't think you got it. When did you get it?
I had it. So I had it back in 2020 before there was a vaccine. And then I had it again this past December, but I didn't have no symptoms because I took the ivermectin. But when I went to Rogan Studio, I had to take a COVID test. And then I took, what's it called? Antibody test. And the nurse was like, did you just get over an infection? And I was like, thank you. Now I know.
You have the antibodies.
Yeah. She was like, did you just get over an infection in the past 2 weeks? And I was like, I took ivermectin. Like, my girl had it, and I started taking ivermectin. She's like, And then I told her, I was like, I had the shit, but I had no symptoms because...
You have the antibodies.
Yeah. Well, because I took the ivermectin.
And because I can't see David Lucas wearing a mask when they tell him to wear a mask. So.
I don't wear condoms.
Yeah, so
fucking wear a mask.
That's why 11's very possible for you.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can never see you doing that. So your body was able to build up an immunity naturally when everybody's covered up, and then when they take off the cover up, boom.
Yeah, I'm not a motherfucker that wash my hands every 5 minutes. I don't sanitize every 10 seconds. I fucking touch doorknobs and then eat food. So, it's kind of like a kid. Like, kids have to, build their immune systems up by eating shit off the ground.
That's right.
Because they have no immune system, so they got to build it up, eating shit off the ground, putting their fingers in their mouth, licking the floor, licking tables. That's how they, like they making everybody wear masks and not go outside and Lysol everything down. It's like you're killing bad germs and good germs, motherfucker. Like, what are you doing?
Well, you're making everybody unimmune to the shit so that you have to go take the shot that you want everybody to take, and now it's coming out that you're killing motherfuckers.
It's like, why you don't see homeless people with colds, flus, and shit? Because they're exposed to all of that.
Yeah. And heroin addicts. You know a heroin addict that got it?
No.
I don't.
I don't know a cokehead that got it.
Hey, why are they putting fentanyl in fucking coke? Can you explain that to me?
Oh, my friend.
Because I heard that's
friend died from my shit.
Wild out there in Cali. But why, though? Coke's an upper.
They're cutting it just to maximize profits.
But it chemically makes no fucking sense. You have a downer and an upper? So what's...
They don't care.
They just want the fucking money, huh?
Give me the profit.
They caught somebody coming over the border. A girl came over the border, played the whole card. She had a kilo of fentanyl up her shit. And she played the whole, like, huh?
Did she die?
No, they just caught her. Got it out of her. She came across the border, acted like she had a baby, the whole thing, fucking stuck, help, my bags. Whoever brings her across, she gets across, they catch her, kilo of fentanyl in her. And then do they arrest her and lock her up? No. Go back so that you can try to come back in again. When you're in Texas and when you're in Cali, are you seeing the effects of this whole border shit?
I hear people say, because of the loose border thing, that we got a lot of fentanyl and shit. But I mean, bro, I'm really like oblivious to a lot of shit. I don't pay attention. Like, I feel like I live in a bubble.
Stay in that fucking bubble.
Yeah, outside of like, I know crime is bad, like a lot of other shit. How I feel when stuff gets more expensive is find another way to make money. So I kind of stay in a bubble, and I'm kind of like a narcissist when it comes to me and my family. Like, I just really concentrate on us it makes sure we're good, and I don't really, get caught up too much in.
It's good because you don't go down the wormhole. These people go down these wormholes, and then they worry about every little fucking thing.
Yeah, I don't worry.
Just fuck it. Hey, whatever's going to happen is going to happen.
Yeah, shit get more. Yeah, it's like, I remember when the whole Ukraine and Russia thing was coming on, my friends were like, but what about their nuclear weapons? I'm like, well, what the fuck you gonna do about it, bitch? What the fuck? You going over there? You gonna fucking undetonate a bomb? You gonna unwire it so it can't fire over it? So shut the fuck up. Live your life.
Yeah, you're gonna ask, hey Putin, can we have a sit down?
If you're that scared, stop working.
Yeah.
Stop working if you think the world gonna blow up. Stop working right now.
I mean,
give me all your money.
It's interesting to know that they can shoot the fucking thing over here and we can't catch it because the supersound shit. But if they shoot it, what are you gonna do? Like, there's nothing you can fucking do.
I can do, bro.
Nothing you can do. And then we get to find out the answer. Are we dead and dead? Do we go to another dimension? The fuck happens?
Right. Was it nuclear fallout? You know what I'm saying, bro? So it's like
Tig, the guy, Benghazi guy, I keep bringing him up because if there's somebody who would know this kind of shit, it would be him. He thinks the next generation, 100%, or no, 50% within the next 100 years of nuclear war, for sure. Makes sense. They're already playing around with it now. What happens when AI comes out?
Yeah, what happens when these fucking did you assume my gender kids grow up to be 40 and 50?
And they go fucking nuts,
Depressed and shit like that.
Right. And how if they made a decision at a young age that they weren't aware of what they were doing, and now now it's a odd situation for them to be in. And then they go fucking crazy. You know what I mean? It's just like that fucking kid that you always knew, dressed dark, acted dark. You're like, fuck, there's something fucked up with this kid. Next thing you know, he blows up a fucking school.
Right, exactly.
I had a neighbor like that, dude. This kid,
really?
He was fine, he was normal, and then all of a sudden he got real fucking skinny, started wearing like dark eyeliner makeup under his eyes, just getting like real gothic and shit. And I was like, yo, it's time to get out of here. There's something wrong with this motherfucker.
Right.
Seriously, I moved. Because you never know, man. And that's how it is. Fucking crazy.
Yeah, yeah.
So you got you're doing Tampa Sunday. Right?
Yeah, I'm at a Side Splitter Sunday, and it'll be on my website soon.
Yeah, pull up tab 1. So you got Tampa on the 8th, and then you got the next one you got on the site is San Diego, California, the 29th and the 30th. You still doing the podcast?
No, I just do my YouTube clips now. I got that sponsored by Lucy. So, I mean, there's really no need for a podcast. I just do like little news clips every day.
Like current event type things?
Yeah, shit like that. Make jokes about it.
Yeah, bring laughter to it, right?
Yeah, man. People like seeing me every day. 5 to 7 minutes. They like seeing that shit.
So you don't think we have anything to worry about with comedy right now? You think it will stay the same? Guys won't come out and change?
As long as you got people like me, Schaub, Rogan, Dave Chappelle, Tony Hinchcliffe, Brian Simpson, and there's a few others I'm probably missing. I think comedy's in good hands.
Did he open up his club yet?
It'll be open. I'll bring you out. It'll be open like August, September. You
gonna be there opening day?
Of course.
All right. I'll come on.
I'll probably be on the show.
Is it built?
It's an old building he's renovating.
Oh, it's still not done yet.
Nah.
Because remember when we talked last time, you thought it would be done by now.
Yeah, bro. With that fucking what's that shit called? When you got to get papers signed by the cities.
Oh, the permits and all that
type
bullshit.
Shit. Yeah.
Is weed legal out there in Texas? Yeah.
I have no clue. I don't smoke weed.
You don't smoke weed anymore?
I see people doing coke. I think coke is legal.
You think coke is legal?
I see people doing coke all the time. I don't fuck. I mean, if it's got to be decriminalized because shit, bro.
It is everywhere.
Well, at least in Austin. Shit, I don't know about the rest of the state. Austin's like his own little thing.
I was trying to figure out why it's still Schedule 1 federally, and they're not doing anything about it. And I think it was this guy. I think it was Chris. I can never say his last name. Or it might have been Casey. Was it Casey? It might have been this guy, Casey.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, why in the fuck do you think that the feds are allowing this to happen, right? They never allow this to happen. Right. IRS never lets this go, yet alone Bitcoin. And he made a really good point. And he was like, no. They're letting this happen purposely. They're letting the growers figure out all the hard work, how it's done, how to treat it, so on and so forth, how the sales work, how to regulate it, everything else. Go ahead, do it. You know, it's federally Schedule 1. Oh, that state says it's okay. Okay. Then once they realize that the growers have it all figured out, the sellers have it figured out, boom, IRS comes in, back tax. Instead of the full 39%, because you know they're making millions, we'll give you 20%. And now all that money you made the last 3 years with that weed store, while it was a Schedule 1, they're going to grandfather those taxes and hit you. You know and I know there is no fucking way the IRS is going to allow a company to make millions of dollars year after year and not come back and fuck them.
Smart.
And apply that to Bitcoin, right? So now Bitcoin isn't regulated. The government doesn't regulate it. They're starting to implement some things, but not really. But once the blockchain's all figured out, the Bitcoin's figured out, everything else, the government comes into Dave Lucas. Oh, you made $400,000 with Bitcoin. Well, instead of that 39% tax, give us 20, and you have 20 years to pay it. You don't pay it in 20 years, we start taking your assets. And when you think about it like that, it makes sense why the government wouldn't step in, because there's no other fucking reason they won't step in. And I've dealt with the IRS, and believe me, they don't not step in.
I'll pay it in 20 years.
No, I know, but
I'll pay $1 million in 20 years.
Just keep hitting the extension button, extension.
Right.
But I think that's really what they're gonna do.
Right.
You know, no other reason why, right?
I'll transfer all my wealth out of my name anyway. Divorce my wife. Yeah.
I didn't hear that.
I'm just saying, you know.
All right, so we'll have everything in the description. You got a show coming up. Anything else you want to hit?
That's it, man. Make sure you check out davidlucas.com. You know, check me out on YouTube,
Instagram.
David Lucas, Instagram. David Lucas Funny, man. I always love coming here with my extended family. Tommy, man, he's a great guy, man. You know, you don't find people like this too often.
I feel the same way about you too. I'm so
Absolutely,
happy
man.
you guys are still together.
That's my guy.
Man. Let me pull up your Instagram, because you're jacked. Pull up his IG. This motherfucker got jacked since the last time I saw him. We got to show him off.
Yeah, I'm trying.
Right there.
I'm trying to get swole, bro. You know,
Scroll down.
lose some weight.
Where are you at? Click on that reel right there. Look at this fucking guy. When did this start happening here, Dave?
Oh man, just
Put that sound on while he's hitting that
I
shit.
can't have it. Help me understand why the hell I can't have it. I was blessed with a swag and I ain't.
not too many people can curl that.
Can't take it like a challenge. I don't understand why the hell I can't have it. Help me understand why the hell I can't have it. I was blessed with a swag and I ain't.
Bro, I'm waiting for
That's
somebody
all
to
the
run
way
on
down.
stage.
Come
I'm
on.
gonna fucking pick. I'm not even gonna punch him. I'm gonna just like scoop him.
Hit the golf one, AK. Now you're lifting, golfing? That's not too bad.
Yeah, 193 yards.
Daddy.
Yeah, just hit the car on the side of the road, but yeah. Not bad.
Sam, Zaddy.
I'm trying to get good.
You got all that damn power. You got that big back.
Yeah, I'm trying.
You got to be gentle with that back.
Yeah.
Scroll down a little bit more.
I might go to a drive range tomorrow.
Keep going down. So there's some cool shit. You always got cool. Who's that guy right there with you?
Donnell Rollins.
Who's
That's
that?
Dave Chappelle's like ace.
That's what I thought. Click on that.
That's his ace. That's Donnell Rollins.
Isn't that his like right hand man?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's how I recognize him.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I was so drunk. Remember that night Don Julio was in Anejo at the Comedy Store 50th anniversary? Bro, so let me tell you, right? I'm a Comedy Store guy. They hired people to do security that were not Comedy Store people. So I go there. Me and her go. She's my date. So we go there, and I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm David Lucas, you know, work here, regular here. What's up? I was invited. Like, I didn't ask to come. I was invited. I'm a part of the Comedy Store family. She's like, oh, I don't see your name. I'm like, ma'am, like, look at this text message from Pauly Shore. He owns the club, and not to mention, I'm a fucking regular here.
Paulie owns that?
Yeah, Pauly
Wow.
and his brother.
He's
Yeah,
funny as hell.
yeah, Pauly and Sammy. So I'm like, ma'am, you must not be associated with a Comedy Store, or else you know who the fuck I am. Like, and she's like, well, this is I don't know what she started saying all type of bullshit. So I make a couple of phone calls, and the security guards for the Comedy Store come out and cuss her out. Cuss her out to the point where I felt bad. I'm like, oh, my girl even felt bad. She's like, oh wow. She's like, they don't play about you. I was like, no, and I was like, I don't know why this bitch is acting stupid, but
well, you've been going there forever.
Come on. Man.
Has anybody made it in comedy that hasn't gone through the Comedy Store?
No.
Nobody that either of us can think of.
If you get past at the Comedy Store and you have 30% of a brain, you're gonna be okay in life.
And you keep trying, you keep going back, right? Oh man, I'm glad to see it, man. You look good. You're working out. You're still with the wife. When you come back this way, you never finish looking up on your phone for the 100th time every day.
August 4th.
August 4th.
I'll come back.
All right.
We'll do so that's a Thursday, I believe. We can come do a Wednesday.
Yeah.
And drive up there.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Come hang out. Yeah.
Every time we come. And hopefully you're in Georgia by then. Yeah. Or about to be.
Yeah, hopefully.
All right, man.
Save on them taxes.
Hell yeah. Or Florida. Florida's warmer.
Yeah, that wintertime in Georgia gonna get me.
You guys should think about Florida.
Yeah.
Maybe EK can get you a deal.
Hey.
I can.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I need 7 bedrooms. Not just
He needs 7 bedrooms. He needs all kinds of crazy shit that Dave wants. Believe me, his list will go on.
Her list will go on.
Both your lists will go on. All right, brother. Thank you as always. Family, man. We appreciate it, man. You know, I always do anything for you.
Yes,
Thank you, brother.
Of course, always.
Thank you.